Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the red carpet a little bit earlier, the extended red carpet, the deadline day special of the red carpet. We're going to be live for 2 hours, live until 8 o'clock. We're going to be going through what's gone on in the transfer window. Of course, the Lammens announcement is incoming anytime soon. The deadline.
I got a pronunciation thing on that. I got a pronunciation. Someone
hold thought on that.
I'll find it.
Because
I'll find
I was saying it even in my Flex's view. I was like, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I don't. So we'll definitely clear that up. The new goalkeeper announcement is incoming this evening. There is 55 minutes left of the transfer window. Well,
yes,
54 if you want to be, pedantic. But yes, there's 55 minutes left. It's 05 now. 55 minutes left of the transfer window. Can there be a midfielder in 55 minutes that we didn't know about? That's going to be just breaking news. We've signed a midfielder, this, that, and the other. Probably not.
I don't know.
Not probably.
I mean,
no. The answer is no.
No. Well, again, the official line from the club actually has been no, hasn't it? I did see when I did the live when we got the Here We Go for the new goalkeeper. Someone did mention at the time, like there hadn't been that sort of tweet to say, no more business expected, no more incomings. Man United's summer spending is done. Blah blah blah. It came not long after that. They did get the we're done. We're done kind of now situation. So does look like it's a done kind of situation for United. But you never know, Fleck. You never know.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I just seen a picture of Anthony in the jet on the way to Betis to go and get that sorted. They're a bit cramped in, isn't it? Some of them private jets are like, obviously there's ones that are like proper mad, but just a quick one to go to Spain quickly, go and doing it. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, you lot are a bit cramped up. But anyway, I'm sure he's living nice. So yeah, the outgoings, there hasn't been, like I said, official confirmations of those from respective clubs, i.e. Villa and Betis and Napoli and stuff. But I'm sure it's gonna happen clearly within the next couple of hours or so. Because even the ones that actually, they don't even get announced before the deadline, but by the time the night's out, they've done all the paperwork. It's done. They just haven't done the announcement vid, and then it comes later. But yeah, what would you say now about this situation with the goalkeeper's name then? What actually is it?
Right. So shout out to Next Chapter Rapper. I've pinned this on the video. Right. On the last video, I've pinned it in the comment section because he wrote it out very well. He said official pronunciation. It's Senna. So emphasis on the first. He's Dutch, and obviously there's in Belgium you speak a bit of Dutch, French, Flemish as well. So I think he's credible. Right. With this. So it's Senna. Emphasis on the first syllable. Sen. So Senna. And he's saying that it's Lammens, emphasis on the first syllable. So Senna Lammens.
So that's how you. Even the way it's spelled that can make sense. Yeah. That's fine. It's nothing too like Senna Lammens. In fact, Senna Lammens is like that's how it feels like. That's the like lazy English way to say it when it's Lammens, and we just can't really say it.
No, exactly.
So, Senna Lammens. I can get behind that. That's fine. No problem. Yeah. Senna Lammens it is. And is that what are you saying? Like, I mean, you just seen that guy and you just think that he's probably right. Or
well, he said everyone from Hojlund all the way to Flex is doing the the French inflection.
Is that what he actually said?
Yes, he said everyone from Hojlund to Flex is doing the French inflection, so Lammens, like it's croissants or Provence with emphasis on the last syllable. He says, but he is Flemish, and that means Dutch speaking. The name is Dutch as well. I'm a Dutchman. Thanks for your attention. Good luck. So Senna Lammens is
where is this tweet?
It wasn't a tweet. It says there's a comment on the last video.
Comment on the video. Right. Sorry. Okay, I'm with you. Okay. Right. Well, Senna Lammens. I stand corrected. And until he gets here and does his reveal vid, and they do say in the
and they go, "Welcome, Senna Lammens."
Then I'm going to call that person a disgrace to the chief because you're just lying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, a little bit of an extension on the thoughts around Senna Lammens, deal. I have done my flexes view if you haven't checked it.
I mean, I'm going to be honest here. Can I tell the UV community your like reaction when I called you?
Of course.
So I called Flex because he was like, I'm going into DR and already like loads of stuff had happened, right? Obviously, Sancho stuff had happened and what have you. So he said, if anything happens, call me because I'm driving. I went, all right, cool. I'll call you. And then everything, I was downstairs. I was sat down for the first time all morning. I thought I'll sit down, have a cup of tea or something. And comes up on my phone, David Ornstein. They've agreed, blah, blah, blah. So, all right, run back upstairs. And I call Fleck and I go, yeah, here we go. And he's like, who?
Well, the first thing I said is, I was like, what we got?
Yeah, yeah. He's like, who we got? Who we got? And I was like, here we go. Who? And I went, I was saying it wrong at the time.
Yeah,
Le Mans.
he was, yeah.
I was going, Le Mans. And I heard Flex go, no. Oh, yeah. No, and I went, what? And you were like, no, I'm happy. I'm happy. I went, don't sound like you're happy. And then I thought, and I cast my mind back to this morning when I read the Laurie Whitwell article where he did basically say at the time, like, you know, Man United, they're talking to Royal Antwerp, and it's only if they can't agree a deal, then this Emi Martinez one's a thing. And I said to you, so that says to me that they're leaning towards Lammens. And you went, I don't think so. I think they're leaning towards Martinez. And I thought, do you really think that? Do you really think that?
It's not the news I like, so therefore it's not the news, bro. That's not the news I want to hear. So I see it as, to be fair, at that point this morning, it was quite confusing, isn't it? Because everyone was just saying, chucking things in. And then I was like, but they know the price then. Just pay the price. Why are you still trying to find out what the price is for Emi Martinez when you've got what the price is for that? Then obviously, like you're saying, using it as a bargaining chip to bring it down. But I was more hanging on the thing of, or maybe, you know, he's more experienced. So they're like, if we can get that, you shape the news a little bit more to, you know, you see the side, maybe the side of the coin you want to see more. But then when you're seeing the thing about Sancho, when Romano was the one claiming that it does actually have something to do with that, then Sancho does go there. I was like, well, okay, maybe there's something there then. Maybe this does mean something. But listen, I did say, even when before Martinez was like a proper thing, you know, I said I didn't know much about the kid. So I read up some articles, looked at some stats. As you do the kind of, you know, quick fact checks. It's not hard to do. You know, there's a lot of people who would do YouTube breakdowns and a lot of like credible outlets like The Athletic, or I think I read one in Telegraph. I think a journalist was writing a breakdown. And when they go and do the research of, according to, you know, media in Belgium, he's this or he's that. Here's his metrics, and, you know, he's putting them up in the graph. We've been through it. You guys have seen it. We've been through it. So I was sort of saying from that point, well, you know, he's young. He's going to need time. If this is going to be our guy, then at least you can see this is probably why they're going for him, because of the metrics of this, that, and the other. But then as it emerged that Martinez was like a viable thing in personal terms, we agreed, and it's you can choose. For me, I was like, it's a no-brainer to get Emi Martinez personally. That's just how I felt on it. But listen, the same way with Sesko, when it was Sesko Gyökeres, not that we were in for Gyökeres, like how Arsenal had the choice, but when it was that, I was like, I'm not going to just lie and act like I never said the things. I was like, I hope Arsenal choose Sesko so that we could get Gyökeres because he's ready to go now, and time will tell about these things. But I look, when you have, now it's done, or it's, you know, on the way to being done, it does fit with what we're trying to become. Do you know what I mean? Which is 2 to 3 years time, challenging for top honours. Whether that falls to shit or not, and it didn't work, and the manager left, and we don't know any of that. But all you can do is set out your mission statement, right, and then do the things to help yourself get there. And that applies with Sesko, which makes sense. Why? Because again, I wanted Watkins, didn't I? I said, I don't know, Watkins instead, man. I wanted a bit more proven Premier League experience, and the same, and do you know what it was with the keeper? It's just been so bad, and it's like number 9. It's like, we've got some attacking options. We'll just put Zaxi in, or, you know, Cunha false nine. We'll try some stuff because we've got some senior guys up there. You're on your own in goal, bro. You're on your own, and it's been so crap. I was like, I'm not sure about a kid I've never heard of before, and, you know, I hope that from watching him from the first few times, you know what I mean, we're like, oh, wow, yeah. And like you said, I think you said it. Did you say it on the stream or did you say it to me on the phone? I can't remember. I think it was on the phone when he's like, if he turns out to be good, you're saying 19 million is a fucking bargain.
Exactly, yeah. Or they're not even good if he's average. You know what I mean? If he's average, then he's already our best goalkeeper. If he's average, like I literally, I don't even know if I should say, but on the stream earlier on, I said, this is the standard of how low the bar is. And I just jumped off my chair and laid on the floor for like 5 minutes. I went, that's how low it is. I tried digging through the carpet. I went, I'm trying to find the bar. That's how low it is of our goalkeepers at United. So, you know, Lammens, if he's okay, he's our best goalkeeper, right? So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I think maybe it suggests that, because we did hear for ages, didn't we? Of, you know, it's not really on the priority list to go get a goalkeeper. Yeah, they're kind of like, you know, they're not really. Not that they were happy with Onana and Bayindir, but they were just like, it is what it is kind of scenario. And then clearly over the last 2 to 3 weeks, when the season started, they've gone, we can't carry on like this. we can't do this. Like Ruben's dropped Onana just because he's terrible. And then he's put Bayindir in and he's like, yeah, well, you know, Bayindir, he's great. Oh, I had a slip of the tongue. I didn't say clean sheets, Fleck. I said clean cheeks instead of sheets. Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it was a lot was made of it. You know what I mean? A lot was made of it. It's one of those ones. It's kind of like, but I'm not sure what that's a Freudian slip of.
Yeah, exactly. What would you be insinuating?
Like, you know, exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. Hygiene. It should be. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You should, frankly. You know what I mean? But yes, yeah. Why would you? That's not good at all.
Like, to let you guys know, if you are thinking, oh, it's the Trinity, it's not Trinity, sorry, it's the red carpet, and it's just Flex and Owen sitting there. It's because we are doing a 2-hour special. The second hour, we're early. You don't always say we're late. Look at that, we're an hour early. How about that? Yeah, the irony. There's the guys are coming through to the second half. Some may come a little bit earlier, but you can expect to see James Minna. Will be in as well. Dev can't make it today. And KG should be here as well. We'll be here as well. So yes, the crew is on their way. It's just that me and Owen thought, you know what? It is deadline day. You never know in the final hour. You never know. And like, you know, in terms of announcements and stuff, hopefully, you know, we might be live and
Flex. Flex. Do you know why we're not getting Emi Martinez? Do you know why we're not getting Emi Martinez?
How much wages was he asking for?
No. Oh. Blame Jadon Sancho, right? Chris Wheeler has just posted and he says, a factor in United choosing Lammens over Martinez was Jadon Sancho's reluctance to make a permanent move to Aston Villa. Martinez's wages meant United having to get a transfer fee for Sancho, but he preferred a loan. No loan fee, but Villa may pay 80% of it, a minimum 80% of his wages, up to 100% if bonuses hit. So basically, the Martinez thing was only a thing if Lammens didn't happen. Plus, if they got a permanent deal for Sancho, then that would have changed things. But Sancho, he only wanted a loan.
Is anyone surprised to hear that? You know,
maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing, Fleck. Maybe that's a good thing. Some people were saying he's done us a favour. They like
because people don't. Yeah, they want Lammens anyway. I mean, well, I'll blame Jadon Sancho by myself. Then you disgrace. It's his fault. It's his fault.
Now you decided you don't like Sancho. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. After everything you went, but everything else I could justify.
There's a way back. There's a way back.
But that last thing with Martinez.
But I did read on that bit though. I did read that. Yeah, that would have been funny just to get another Martinez just for Kenny to say. The Martinez keeper or Martinez centre back.
Yeah.
I swear I saw someone say that there is a loan fee for Sancho.
I think the suggestion is that it was a straight loan. 80% of his wages covered. 100% if certain clauses are met or bonuses are met. I don't know what specifically they are, but
not that a lot of people care. How do we think Sancho's going to do?
I mean,
the face.
I mean,
what are we saying? Is it going to be like a couple goals here and there, a couple assists here and there, but rubbish? Or?
I'll defend you here, Flex, because I saw in your Flex's view, I think it was when you said about Sancho, you said, "Oh, he's been mediocre. He was mediocre at Chelsea last season." And as there was some scoffing at that. He was mediocre at Chelsea. They read out his stats earlier on. They were like, obviously, he was at Chelsea last season. I think it's 4 goals, 3 assists. You go, oh, that it? and then they even sort of they have to literally sort of say it very, very quickly because They have to say it very quickly because it's that embarrassing when they go. And obviously Chelsea paid that fee to send him back to Man United. You feel it's that bad. You go like, oh my God. So
Chelsea played 41 times, 5 goals, 10 assists in all competitions.
In all comps, what was it in the Prem?
Premier League was 31 games, 3 goals, 5 assists.
5 assists. I missed off. I remember, but literally
31, which I don't know how many of those were starts. I can't bother.
And on top of that, what was those assists and whatever? That was probably in his first couple of games, wasn't it? Because after that, you know what I mean.
I would have said so, yeah. And then for Man United, he played 58 times in the league, scored 9 goals, 6 assists. So in 3 years at Man United, he got 6 assists, and in 1 season he got 5 in the Prem. That's an improvement, to be fair to him. And he did that in 31 games. He played 58 times for us.
Now, Courtstar mentions it. There was a stat, like he didn't have a shot. I don't know if it was an actual shot or a shot on target for like 2 or 3 months or something ridiculous. It was like he had a shot, and it might have been like Feb or something like that. And it was like, this is the first shot he's had since last year.
It's just mad. Look at oh my days, seeing this. Yeah, I know. Listen, guys, I know we don't care, but we got a bit of extra time. We're just talking about stuff. I'm not going to stay on Sancho for too long because essentially he's not our player anymore. But I'm just looking at the Bundesliga tax, like 118 games, 40 goals he got, and 54 assists. That's including obviously the 2 spells because he went back there on loan, didn't he? Damn.
Who are the most successful Bundesliga to Premier League players in Prem history? I mean, you've probably got Hojlund, obviously. He did it. Son, yep.
Did he come from Leverkusen, innit?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Gundogan. Yeah.
Yeah, Gundogan.
Berbatov.
That's true. Berbatov, he was from Leverkusen, wasn't he?
De Bruyne, have to say, obviously. It does happen. When did he came from Real Madrid? Yeah, Firmino. Definitely. He was a big success. Isn't Konate from
but isn't the fact that we can sort of go count
Konate come from Leipzig, didn't he?
Let's have a look.
I swear Konate was in I swear Konate was from there. It was him in the Pamecano.
Ibrahim Konate. Yeah, Leipzig. Yeah.
He looks pretty good.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Aubameyang.
Yeah, Aubameyang definitely. Yeah. Came from Dortmund.
Mane.
So they're not bad.
Yeah.
Did well at
So there is. So
there's a lot.
You know, that's
all Sancho's excuse. It's like, well, it's hard. You don't normally get ones that come over
these,
here.
Rudiger,
Ballack, Salah.
Yeah. You know these social media things. No one does well coming from the Bundesliga, and then you just rattle off a load. And Salah came from Roma.
Salah at Fiorentina and Roma, innit?
Yeah.
He didn't play there.
And then when he got to Chelsea first time, it's from Basel. Yeah.
Havertz. You got to say Havertz. Like
Ashley Holt says Owen bloody Hargreaves. I don't know. About for you have to do it for a season, and he was. Don't get me wrong, for a season, brilliant. Then his career basically was over. I know. Do you know why? My dad bought a fucking shirt with his name on. That's why. So that's why.
Shit, your dad's just moving mad, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's bad. Don't think when Mateus Cunha's limping off on Saturday, this isn't going through my mind. And then Ahmad misses an open goal.
100%, bro. It means that is literally because of your dad.
Yeah. I asked him. He just went, send my apologies. Sorry. I went, well, that's a bit late. I said, send the shirt back.
What a name, Andre Schürrle at Chelsea.
Yeah.
What about what's his name? The Spurs boy from Leipzig, Werner.
Oh God,
he's amazing. You know, look at what's his name? Just leaving Nkunku. You know, so there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones.
But there's a lot of bad ones for any of them, isn't there?
There's a lot of bad ones for anything. We've just listed quite a few that are really good.
Very successful.
Not bad. So as well,
some are like the best players in Premier League history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So back to what I was saying, Sancho, just mad, isn't it? It's just mad that it just hasn't really worked out at all, no matter where he's gone. And to go from people doing Sancho watch-alongs, you know, to shit on the manager, because remember, because what we're trying to do is pollute everything. Because obviously, remember, both things can be true because Ten Hag's has been sacked. But you know, this manager doesn't know what he's doing. Jadon Sancho was absolutely right to go in his iPhone messages and draft the thing on his phone, screenshot that, and put that out against the manager. And basically, the manager's an idiot. It's his fault.
Yeah.
We're on Sancho's team, so we're doing Sancho watch-alongs. Now he's on loan. He's got to the Champions League final. You know? So hold that. He played one good game or maybe two good games against PSG over 2 legs. I'll give him that. He cooked up Mendes.
Yeah.
He just had
disappeared in the final.
Disappeared in the final. Then that means everyone's going to want him. He's going to be brilliant then because he's been so good. Everyone's going to want him in the summer now. Yeah, this will tell you idiots, you know, just backing the manager all the time. I'll tell you about Sancho. It gets to late this time last year. No one's really come in. Chelsea on loan. Obligation.
Even that last year, they're still trying it last year because I remember when it happened. Because I remember doing it on deadline day, and it was like obligation 25 million. Flex, we've had our pants pulled down. This is embarrassing. I can't believe they've taken the. We've been robbed. We've been robbed. Look at this. Look how badly we've done it with Sancho. With terrible 25 million. That's a steal. Turns out it wasn't a steal. They gave us money back. Well, you take him.
No, do you know how?
You take him.
I
said that's literally like someone has been kidnapped and the ransom is the kidnappers will give you the money to give you back.
Bro, it doesn't happen in football.
We'll drop off money at a safe point so you can have the person back.
Like the people who bought him, they think they've been robbed, so they could use their own money to send him back. Do you know how mad that is? We'll just pay the penalty because it's better to pay the penalty. It's better to spend 5 to fix the mistake than it is to spend 25 to just like have this to be on our heads for like 3 or 4 years.
They've
and
just call it a loan fee. They call it a loan fee.
Just call it a loan fee on top of the loan fee already paid. And then fast forward what? So that was in May. May, June, July, August. It's now set. So fast forward 4 months. He's only just gone somewhere else on loan. So Chelsea had just been like, that would have been our problem. Do you know what I mean?
Do you reckon they called Rashi? Do you reckon they called Rashford, said, what's Aston Villa like?
Yeah, probably.
You know,
and you know what? Yeah, and I think he would have said, I think he would have done something like that. And how will he do there? I think he'd just do Sancho things, innit? There'll be games where Villa won't keep being this shit. Their heads are off it. They didn't get any refreshment of players. It's all over the place. They're a bit feeling sorry for themselves. They actually do need the window to shut to just see what they've got and then refocus. I'm not saying they're going to get back to the levels that they were like the couple of seasons, but they won't like just keep losing all the time and Emery gets sacked and it won't go as bad as that. No. But so that, you know, and Harvey Elliott's a decent signing.
Yeah,
that's a decent signing. You know, Jadon Sancho.
Don't they? It is not. I don't know if it's better.
They can't get players for a home though. They can't find a home.
They just look like different, don't they? Because like last year, like you said, like in January, it was bloody hell. Like that front three, they've got Watkins and Rashford and Asensio. And you go, that's weird. And then now it's totally different. You go, they've got, like you said,
you've got 2 Man United castaways.
Sancho, Harvey Elliott.
But you know what the worst thing is? Sancho is a tier down from Rashford. That's like because at least Rashford, like Rashford will.
Sancho could go Barca. Like that's not happening.
No, he can't go Barca. And like, because Sancho like ain't got like a thrust of pace. Like he doesn't have that injection of sharpness. It's like everything's going to be neat and tidy. And he'll have games where, you know, he'll get an assist here. But I don't know. I just think we'll see the same thing. I don't know if Sancho's in it like that to be.
What an odd squad they've got now as well. Like you said, Harvey Elliott, Sancho, Victor Lindelof, they've got a centre back.
Just make him just go collect money. Hard to get used.
And he was one where we were like, we can't get rid of him because he won't leave because he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably when he heard like, what, Villa want to come in for me?
Oh, he snapped up, bro. He didn't even ask what the wages will be for that. He just went, I can stay in England. I can stay in the same house.
Yeah.
Stay in the same house. Me and the kids and the wife and that, we can stay here, bro. No problem.
Yeah.
And for Lindelof at, what is he, 30 plus now? It must be 30 plus, 31, 30?
He's
how old is Lindelof now?
He's 31.
30 at 31 when he's been in England for like, how long has he been with us? Like 8 years? He's been with us for ages.
It was ages.
Yeah. So he's most of his career has been in this country. and he's still a Premier League player. And you know what, at Villa, you know, injuries will happen, Mings will go down. He'll actually play some games here and there. He'll play some games, and he's in Europe, so great move for him.
If I was like him, I'd go to my agent. Like, I don't know how you pulled it off, but thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
but also though, we do say like surplus. Oh, I can't go. But then when someone's available on a free like that, just to give you a bit of squad depth, other teams do take players like that. I know, like we say, oh, Lindelof's the rubbish, this, that, and the other. That's because if you have to play him game in, there was games Lindelof even came in under Ruben and looked to like just didn't make mad mistakes, just competent, just a decent little footballer. You can't base your squad around him. You can't have him as the future. If you need him to play a couple games, a good team guy, good attitude, can train properly, not injured all the time. But you know what I mean? He's one of them.
What? But I know you
he'll have some good games.
I hear you on like, you know, TalkSport with Dan Bardell or whatever.
Oh,
and you know, like sometimes Villa, you know, like Villa sometimes try and pretend, or those kind of clubs try and pretend that they're like they're somehow now bigger. They're somehow now bigger than United or whatever. And then you have to remind you, going, look, you're taking some of our sort of casts off, like, you know, Lindelof and Sancho, and guess what? We're shit. So what position are you in if you're taking?
But they don't. But they think because they're going to come to us and we've got everything and it's all good. Well, the two loanees wasn't good enough for them to stay with you, was it?
Yeah.
Like they said, right, thanks for getting me my game time and getting me back up to speed. I'm off. And then you're getting, like you say, a Sancho who, let's be honest, is not showing signs that he wants to play football at any sort of consistent level, and a Lindelof who is a competent footballer, but he's not going to inspire your summer. You know, Harvey Elliott's probably their best signing.
Obviously, this is somewhat United related. He's not part of Man United anymore. But obviously, a big thing today was about Erik ten Hag being sacked by Bayer Leverkusen after 3 games.
Mental.
He's released a statement saying the decision by Bayer Leverkusen this morning to put me on a leave of absence came as a complete surprise. To part ways with the manager after just 2 league matches is unprecedented. This summer, many key players who were part of past successes left the squad. Building a new, cohesive team is a careful process and requires both time and trust. A new coach deserves the space to implement his vision, set the standards, shape the squad, and leave his mark on the style of play. I started this job with full conviction and energy, but unfortunately, the management was not willing to grant me the time and trust I needed, which I deeply regret. I feel this was never a relationship based on mutual trust. Throughout my career, every season, I have been able to see through to the end as a coach has brought me success. Clubs that place their trust in me have been rewarded with success and silverware.
He says it, mate. He's not lying, though. He's not lying. He collects.
Finally, I would like to thank the Bayer Leverkusen supporters for their warmth and passion, and I wish the squad and staff every success for the remainder of the season. It is mad. The 3 last permanent Manchester United managers have all been sacked in their current jobs in the space of 7 days.
In a row, bro.
Like, that is unbelievable.
Boom, boom, boom. Crazy.
That is unbelievable. And I do feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him because if you think about it, they got raided. They've lost Wirtz, they've lost Frimpong, they've lost Xhaka. Like, the squad's getting like dismantled after Xabi Alonso, isn't it? Really, it is. And you have to, that takes time. Like, I know they didn't win the league last year with Xabi Alonso. So, but, you know, and he was hanging on for a bit, was maybe going to go the year before, but they were champions, so he thought, let's go again. Like, you can't be doing that. But then what did they see?
Games.
What did they see in 2? How bad was it? And I think in the preseason, like, even the preseason is getting licks, I think.
Yeah, well, because he had that one against an under-21s or something like that.
Yeah, and they lost like 6-0 or something.
I tell you what, this did tickle me as well. Super Kev Hatchard, he quote tweeted. He said he kept saying he wasn't Harry Potter, but he was able to disappear pretty quickly.
Kev, you
I was like,
ruthless man.
That is.
Let's get the super chats out. Daniel Luciano says, "Can we agree as a community now that missing out on Paulinho was a giant oversight? It seemed we were a bit cocky regarding Baleba, and now we have nothing." Well, we do this as fans where things make perfect sense to us. Like, if you're looking at that, you go, why would you not go and get Paulinho on loan? That would be a good, you know. But that's with us assuming, that's us saying that should be a good target. But Ruben and Jason Milcott, they just probably didn't think, they didn't even go for that, which is probably why Daniel's saying that's bad, because why?
Well, and also we've spent the last couple of days helping me going back and forth over Lammens and Emi Martinez and which one's good, which one isn't. I'm telling you now, if we'd have got Paulinho, there would have been a meltdown of Bayern Munich cast off. Look, he's failed in the Bundesliga. Why are we doing
another
that?
delict. It's another delict to Mazraoui.
Exactly. Why are we doing it? It's just another version of Casemiro. So why would we bother getting that? That's not for the future. We're meant to be building for the future.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Failed at Bayern. So what's he going to be good at Man United? Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, Flex. I'm not going to press the button, but we have confirmation of an exit from Manchester United.
Let's go. This is why
Manchester United have confirmed that Rasmus Hojlund has completed a loan to Napoli for the rest of the 2025-26 season. They say, we wish you the best of luck, Rasmus. Hojlund has made 95 appearances for the Reds since signing from Atalanta in August 2023, scoring 26 goals. He lifted the FA Cup at the end of the 23-24 season after coming on as a substitute in the final against City. Forgot that he didn't even start that game.
No, he didn't. He came on and done well.
Rasmus has agreed to move to the Serie A champions under the management of Antonio Conte. He will play alongside former United teammate Scott McTominay, who helped Napoli to a fourth Scudetto title last term. And Napoli will be his fifth club, blah, blah, blah. We'd like to wish Rasmus good luck for the campaign ahead. A reminder of that one, that is a loan with an obligation to buy. It will turn into an obligation if certain conditions are met. They're quite easy to make. One is qualifying for the Champions League. If Napoli don't qualify for the Champions League, that would be incredibly surprising this season, considering not only are they defending Serie A champions, but they've also improved their squad this summer, haven't they? And with the signings of the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Rasmus Hojlund, they've still got Antonio Conte. So even if they don't win Serie A, even though probably can be considered one of the favourites for it, you would think qualify for the Champions League. And I think he only has to make a select amount of appearances for that. And then that obligation, I think, is around 40 million euros. And the loan fee, I think, is around sort of 5 or 6 million euros, something like that. So I think it's like a total £40 million package if it all gets done as it should.
I've just put a comment underneath that post by Manchester United.
That's oddly specific.
I'm calling it now. He'll be top 7. He'll be in the top 7 scorers in the league.
That's what.
So
someone just responded to that. They went very specific.
Yep, very specific. And you know why I did that, Owen? Because I typed out top 5 and I went, wait a minute.
We thought of the players that are playing in Serie A.
Yeah. I thought, no, probably not top 5. And then I went, but top 10 is not really, that's not really a shocking statement. It's not really, So I said, let's go in the middle somewhere, 7, 6, So, and he's in a team that's, going to be on the front foot. He's playing with McTominay. He's playing with some good players, good manager. They're going to win a lot of games. He's not going to be on the back foot struggling. So I think Rasmus Hojlund will do all right out there.
And look, it's another one where it's no room for sentiment. Another one where you maybe feel a bit bad for him. He's a Man United fan. Didn't work out at United. Some of the things were outside of his control. The price that we bought him from was always going to lead to scrutiny. It was never worth that. Atalanta completely took the piss out of us on that one. In addition to that, you then go into a team that is struggling. That first season we finished 8th. He didn't score for ages, and then he just couldn't stop scoring. I mean, his first goal in the Prem was Boxing Day. I remember doing it with KG because the memes. I mean, talk about a guy who's for 2 years has basically just been a meme at Manchester United, waiting for a miracle to come. It basically signal boosted that song, into the mainstream, didn't it?
Literally did.
With that guy. And then that goes on. And then last season, it was just again Hulk Hojlund. He was best known for wrestling. That was what he was.
Oh my
so.
God.
So but hopefully, like you said, he'll do well in Napoli because that would mean we get our money, and maybe he can prove people wrong. I just hope that Man United use this as kind of the blueprint of the sort of little time that they will give players. So you've been here 2 seasons. We don't think you're the right guy. We're moving you on, and also even because Hojlund didn't want to leave as well. He didn't want to leave. But United made it very clear to him, you are not going to play. You are not going to be in the squad. We are not interested in keeping you. My hope is now they do that with other players like Onana, like maybe in the future, Luke Shaw, whoever. Even Mason Mount Flex. I mean, we haven't even spoken about that much. He's injured again. I can't believe it. Well, I can.
Is it definitely?
Well, Ruben said after the game on Saturday, he said he played 30 minutes with an injury. which was so. Does that mean 15 minutes into that game he got hurt and then he came off at halftime? Because he came off for Cobby, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. I've just seen KG, that comedian, 12 minutes ago, because it's in response to Oliver Glasner could walk away from Palace if Mark Guehi is sold. And KG has quote retweeted and put "walk away" with the eyes and one of the gifs of the guy kind of just looking. So KG Gary, that comedian, is making his feelings quite known there.
Well, I do kind of feel a bit bad for Oliver Glasner because he's been very much.
He's a tough hand now.
He's been very much like on the record going, I don't want us to sell Mark Guehi. I don't want us, And even with the Eze one, didn't he say he's like, I don't necessarily have a problem with us selling Eze. I'd just rather they did it early in the window so we could get someone in to replace.
Yeah, to not replace these guys.
But it's happened
because one thing about Palace is that like they sell these players where you think flipping heck, that's going to be tough, but the investment back into the squad is all right, and they manage. You know what I mean? They did go stagnant for a bit. I mean, when Vieira was there, they had like a bunch of aging players, really, like same with Roy Hodgson, so that had to change. But after that, they've been doing well. Kamal says, I'm upset we didn't get a midfielder, but have to be realistic. We weren't going to get everything in one window, and we shouldn't panic buy. I'll take that for we shouldn't panic buy and get one. Dwayne says, banana, Hannah Sinua in 5. Okay, yeah, because of the Lakers in 5. Goku says, big up, Goku, sorry, says, big up UV family. Big up to you. Shout out all the Goku fans. Goku.
But I remember for 38 months.
Jeez, I didn't even see that. Yeah, 38 months, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Long time. Yeah.
Big up, man. That is proper love. That. Chukwu says, this program is brought to you by Clean Kick Cheeks Pampers.
Yeah.
Owen. Austin Baker says, yo, guys, as I told O-Dog yesterday. Oh, is that what he calls you, O-Dog?
Yeah. Right, this is great flex. This is great. Read the rest of it. Read the rest of it.
I'm down £62. All thanks to both of you guys' amazing videos I use for workout. Have a blessed stream. He's down £62.
£62.
Oxford Natural. Yeah. That is what it is. Optimum, as Josh says, being optimized. And I've seen, guys, listen, I've seen in the comments, I've seen you lot in the live chat. You've been calling out a few things. All flexers looking a bit chiseled. He's looking at, look at Owen, mad. Look at KG, mad. So, we've got a lot of stuff continuing with Oxford Natural and Optimum across the season that we're going to bring to you guys very, very shortly as well, which would be good. Our long-time partners and sponsors been doing really good stuff. And just everybody, like we've all just, away from our partnership, it's just been so good to just feel better, look better. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And be just like scientifically more healthy, like actually more healthy. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's what it's all about. And look, I was saying to Flex earlier today because we get to deadline day. It's a pretty nuts day. Sometimes being healthy and exercising kind of goes by the way by. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm like windows shut, international break.
Got mine right here, mate.
There you go.
I take them every morning. They're right here.
There you go.
My Optimum day. The lighting's not doing the best here.
It's good for weight loss. Your Optimum
nights. Good for your weight loss.
Yeah,
there you go. And there's
critically, folks, it's not a Zempic. Yeah, no needles or anything like that. It's not a Zempic. It's a supplement. It's to supplement a healthy lifestyle. You've still got to do the work, and you've still got to be disciplined. But it can be a bit of a helping hand, which is sometimes what you need.
Yeah, exactly. Because people will try and say, "Oh, just needles." Oh, just no, it's
a Zempic. No,
exactly. So big up to you, Austin, and stay on it. Keep it up.
Yeah.
We're all behind you, man. We got you. K-Flow says that Sancho reminds me of the Family Guy episode where the robbers report Meg for harassment.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. It's trying to just teach.
They go like, "Is this your daughter?" And they go.
That show is so mad. I remember I used to watch it religiously.
I used to, when it was on, like, of my generation, it was always like every night on BBC Three. Like, they used to always have a couple of episodes. BBC Three into American Dad. That's what they used to always have.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of BBC Three, and then
I know it's only on internet now, isn't it?
A few years ago, they brought it back, but you don't even know. You don't even know because again, it's like, wow, I thought it was gone.
BBC Three stuff, good programs on it, man.
All the time. That's where Gavin and Stacey started. Was on BBC Three.
Loads of programs there as well.
Yeah, loads.
Maybe Phone Shop was Channel 4.
Phone Shop was Channel 4.
Yeah, that was a wicked program.
Yeah,
but there are some good programs on BBC Three. K Flow's gifted 5 UV memberships as well. Big up to you, K Flow. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about something. I mean, we'll talk about it with the rest when they get in here in about 15 minutes or so.
We're just about to shut in 15 minutes, by the way.
I know. It's about to shut.
I got some announcements to do. I got some announcements they need to do. Yeah, Anthony, Lammens.
It's about to shut. I mean, we've got 1,600 people watching live. Big up to you guys. And we got 445 likes in the bag. So by the end of the stream, we want to be doing 1K, because the numbers are going to go up as well as the guys come in. And there's no reason why we can't do it. We're nearly halfway there. But it was another Chris Wheeler situation because, we were talking about the midfielder and there was these really, really loose links with Conor Gallagher. And he said, understand that United did inquire about a loan for Conor Gallagher, but Atletico Madrid were only willing to sell. In the end, United accept that they can't do everything in one window and midfield is likely to be a priority in January or next summer. That's interesting as well about January because, you know what? None of us have really pivoted to look at what January could look like because we historically never do anything in Jan.
Yeah.
And big deals don't normally get done in Jan halfway through a season. Teams don't want to let players go and players are usually settled or want to wait to the summer. And plus, obviously, financially. But so first of all, interesting that we picked up the phone to look at what that could look like. Because if I said to you, look, with what's happened, we're going to get Conor Gallagher on loan for a season. No obligation, no option, just a loan. Would we take that?
Well, I said this earlier on. I said that the funny thing is, particularly with January ones, my favorite thing about the January transfer window actually is Robbie always saying January.
Why is that your favorite thing about the January?
It always makes me laugh and they always complain that they didn't do enough. We didn't do enough in January.
I've never even picked up on that before.
When you hear it's always.
Well, I'll be locked in January.
We didn't get a striker in January. Every time.
Robbie.
But I was saying earlier on that with the January window, the interesting thing is sometimes they can come out of nowhere. I remember when Christian Eriksen got injured with Andy Carroll a couple of years ago, and then just suddenly, Chris mentions there, it was just Man United against Spitzer, and everyone was like, "Where did that come from?" And then they go, "It's a loan for the rest of the season. We'll see what happens." And he was all right. He done okay.
Done okay.
We got another announcement, Fleck. I told you we were getting loads of announcements.
It's all going to happen, yeah.
It's all going off. Anthony has moved to Real Betis in a permanent transfer. Manchester United say, "We thank Anthony for his efforts during his time as a Red and wish him the best of luck in the future." So, Anthony, that deal is now done. Of course, that's what? £20 million fee. There is a sell-on clause, but there's a bit of confusion about the sell-on clause with whether or not it is for the profit or whether it's just a flat 50% sell-on clause of everything, because we've had journalists say it's both, and I don't know. I don't know that one. So Rich Fay just says, Anthony has completed his move to Real Betis for £21.6 million and a 50% sell-on clause. United did not end up paying any fee to the player regarding the remainder of his contract. So either Real Betis picked up or he just waived it. I'm trying to see if there's anyone that says about what that.
It's not confirmed, is it? It's
what that sell-on clause is. There is because again, there were so many different ones earlier saying. So Rob Dawson says Anthony to Real Betis is complete. Total package worth €25 million. Man United due 50% of any future transfer. No payment made to Anthony to settle the remainder of his contract. So Rob Dawson saying it's not good. Profit, it's 50% of any future transfer. And like we were saying earlier on,
we didn't have to pay him off. And we didn't
have to pay him off. So like we were saying earlier on, let's say he does well at Real Betis and he goes for, let's say it's 40 million. Even €40 million. And if we get half of that, you go, bloody hell. You go, this is my new favourite button, Flex. You can go,
bloody hell.
That's not bad.
What's that from?
David Dickinson's Real Deal.
Oh yeah.
It's a real Bobby Dazzler. That's what he'd say. It's a real Bobby Dazzler. That deal. The amount of money you've got for that ceramic pot there. You could go to auction. I'll tell you what, Flex, it's cheap as chips. It's cheap as chips. It's a real Bobby Dazzler.
Man.
Yeah.
He's funny. I've also done a Flex special. I think I'm going to do it for all of the outgoings just to make a thing of it. Gonna call it now. Top 8 assists in the league this season. So, yeah. How many assists do you think Anthony will get at Betis this season? I'm trying to actually log onto his thing on Transfer Market to see how many he got last year just in that short loan spell, actually.
Well, if he carries on,
He actually, that's probably not that mad.
He did well, didn't he? Well, he was like the big thing in that Europa Conference League final. It was like Chelsea versus Anthony, wasn't it? And then he was rubbish. Yeah,
as soon as he played against Premier League, he got absolutely moved to. Didn't do it. Kukurea locked him up, mate.
The Anthony special, the cut inside, that was it. But look, he's now off the books. So Man United are selling players. And now the exciting thing is, of course, look, there's still a lot of players that need to be sold at Manchester United, but the players that could be sold in the future are players that have been brought in by this current regime. So theoretically, they should be easier to sell, right? The difficult.
Yeah, these ones, yeah.
Yeah, with the ones that are going now, the difficulty has been they're on big wages. How do you move them on?
We've now eradicated that. Casemiro don't count because he's just going to go on free at the end of the season anyway.
Yeah.
Rashford, I mean, we say this. He could have an absolute stinker at Barcelona this year. I don't think he will, but they might not exercise the option. And before you know it, he comes back. That'll be a disaster for him. Which,
let us know in the chat. Real, yes or no? Do Barca activate that option? That's 40 million quid, isn't it? I think they said it was 40 million pounds. Do Barca? I mean, it's very early to say, but if you had to predict,
it's early to say. But to give him like a, let's be honest, he's going to want a 5-year deal. Like at least 4 years. He's in his prime, isn't it? It'll be, how old will Marcus Rashford be at the end of this year? 28, 27. He's 27 now, isn't it, Rashford?
I'm just listening to what's happening with Mark Guehi. Is it on? Is it off? There's only 10 minutes left.
It's got to be on, isn't it? That'll get done. They would have done all the bits they needed to by this stage.
It's about the deal sheet, isn't it?
Yeah, the deal sheet.
The deal sheet. Is the deal sheet in? You've got the deal sheet, you can get some extension.
Oh, you sent me that thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good shout, that.
Part of the caveat to get the deal done is Palace getting adequate reinforcements. Oh, yeah, and the guy that was going to go to Palace decided to go to West Ham.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I saw that.
He's going to West Ham.
Oh, sorry. Oh, they're just trying to create a little bit of trying to create a little bit of thing. They'll get
bit of drama.
Hopefully, but you know what? Hopefully they don't get him and it's too late, because if that happens and they get Isak and all that, they have to get a centre half.
Yeah, I mean, like he was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and he will be for last parts of the season. Go on, Keith, checking the old watch.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Rashford. How old is he? 27.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford is 27. Yes, well, he's 28 next month. Actually, 28 on Halloween.
Right. So he's going to be 28, near enough 29, obviously in a year's time. My thing was that he's going to go there and prove some people wrong, because he's actually in a good team on front foot, this, that, and the other. It's way too early to tell now. It hasn't, because sometimes you can get, like, in the first 3 games, he scored 3 out of 3. Look how he's on fire. Sometimes you can get that. But if you don't get that and he hasn't scored yet or something, it doesn't mean that, he's a dud. But he hasn't, I don't think he's been starting, has he?
And also, it must be stressed. He was not first choice for Barca. Like, they were going for Williams. Who else were they going for? They were going for someone else, and that didn't end up happening.
Diaz.
So Diaz, that's it.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, have you seen that sign outside St. James's?
Isak is a rat.
Wissa is a Geordie.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm sure. You know what? Looking at that, I'm pretty sure Isak's fuming seeing that on a.
I know, but he's livid that he's got his move to Liverpool.
Yeah. It's just the thing that players just don't care about. Why is this not loading for all of a sudden? I'm trying to get onto Transfer Market, it's messing up.
It's because everyone's on it. Everyone's trying to get on it.
Yeah. Can you get on it? It work now?
Hello.
We needed some tier 1 sources, so we brought in James. We said we needed some.
I made it before the end of the window.
Before the end of the
You
window.
did.
Yeah. What have you made of the developments
no,
today?
no.
Hojlund out, Sancho seemingly out, Anthony out, and Lammens in.
Yeah, well, Minna told me I have to bring my spreadsheets from my morning live to talk about the finances of it. But which I will.
Were you going through spreadsheets?
We'll talk about some of the numbers.
Yes,
I made some good data on this. Let me open that up.
I love James. James is just what a guy. What a guy. There's me just bookmarking people like Nathan Salt's thing for reference to finances. James got spreadsheets, mate. Excel.
Oh man, I've got the spreadsheets. Yeah, I mean, I did the math here. Okay. United have saved or gained 116 million pounds this fiscal year, if you consider that they're going to get that obligation for Hojlund done, which I think will, given they just pretty much need to qualify for Champions League, right? 116 million pounds in terms of the benefit they've gained on this year's accounting. I'm not talking about net spend, but the way their amortization works, these are all the complicated numbers, the wages, the wages saved, these types of things, not including the guys who left for free, like the free agents. This is the business they got done this summer between sell-ons, Rashford savings, Sancho wage savings, Garnacho sale plus wage savings, Hojlund sale plus wage savings, Anthony sale plus wage savings, and all those little sell-ons. 116 million pounds on the books. What they've spent has only totaled about 69.6 on the books for this year. That means that they've come into this window and left it gaining about 50 million on the books from a PS. This is like the PSR calculations in terms of how it works, right? That's really good. Because all things considered, when you look at the big picture, it would be nice if Manchester United, the biggest football club in the world, we didn't have to sit and discuss, how much money can we actually spend this window? And you look at Liverpool spending, 500 million in one window and things like that. That's where we need to be, right? We need to not be sitting having to do these little calculated maths equations every single summer. We're not supposed to be doing that at United and just go and get what we need. So we're well set up for the future and also for January because they'll be active in January. We're willing.
Well, this is what we were just talking about before you got here. I don't know if you heard, but
no, I didn't.
We were. I was saying to Owen, actually, we haven't really spoken. No one's really spoken about January because it's traditionally a month where we don't do anything. Obviously, we got a Dorgu through the door. Last January.
It's an exception. There's like a Bruno, but that's
true. But that was
the Glazers used to brief at the end of every summer or end of every January that we operate in the summer windows. They used to say it like word for word. It used to go out in the news briefing. So
there's no value in the market.
Not the same with these guys. They're ready to move, man. They're ready to move. If we can get a midfielder in January, I would definitely keep an eye on that because they're willing to, and I think the money will be there to do it.
But I wouldn't be. But then in terms of target, look at Brighton with where they're at. But then it depends what sort of half a season Belaber's had, where they are in the league, what's going on. I don't know. It's difficult to say.
It's tough sometimes to get the permanent guys in, but we might also want two. You know what I mean? And so maybe you can get the other guy in January. Like from somewhere around the league where clubs have, because the advantage you can usually give clubs that are selling in January is you're going to pay a bit more money. You're going to give them a bit more money on the deal in January than in summer, and that allows them to fix things up a bit more. So we'll see. But I think we want two midfielders between now and the end of next summer. So
it definitely feels like that's going to be the next priority because we didn't quite. Obviously, well, not quite. We
haven't got to it at all. Yeah.
And don't they need to be moving when
they should? They should be moving. Let me try this.
My face. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
JD United View Day. JD United View Day 1, 36 months. There you go. Big up to you, man. Day 1. Says, so again, we start the season underprepared and weak midfielder again. The board have failed the manager again, but who easier to sack? Dumb club. He's going in saying that we've failed the manager this time. Harry says Rashford is definitely coming back. Barcelona isn't giving long-term deal to a 29-year-old. Will move from 20 million to Italy next year, even if he is decent. Yeah, I mean, I had a look at the first three games. He played 21 minutes in the first game against Mallorca. Probably must have come on at half-time in that game, the second game against Levant. And then Rayo Vallecano, the last game of the jury, got 28 minutes. So the start has been, okay, well, you're starting on the periphery. You've got to earn that spot to be the guy. And we'll see. And then when it gets to like the real big pressure games, when they're in Champions League and stuff, how many games will he start then? What would it look like? So it is interesting. I'm not sure they'll give him a contract. CeeLo says, hey, guys, like up the ting. Don't forget, if Amrin played 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, then Ahmad would have scored that tap-in. I like what you did there, CeeLo. You've been a member for 37 months. Oh, this is going to be a long season. This is going to be a long season. Aboki says, we defused the bomb. Indicala says, we are looking at Glasner. Is that what Indicala said? Oh, God. I mean, we gave them the benefit of the doubt with the Belabor stuff. And rightly so. They got name-checked by David Ornstein. So you've got the maximum amount of credibility you could possibly have. David Ornstein following a story that you did, saying, as per them. So keep your stocks high. Don't do anything silly. And it feels
I give them credit, Flex. They made that. They milked that for the whole window. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is, you know what I mean? They got every.
It's going to be infamous now, isn't it? Remember when Indicala came back to life and then they claimed the Belabor thing and then then they went back to doing the memes again.
And the people who don't know them are still going to think that only knew them because of that story are still going to think
that's me.
That's
me. I had no idea.
I saw a Flex Adi Oladipo. He was shouting out yesterday. It was good. They've been credible throughout the whole window.
Do you know what? My other Liverpool mate, I was at a family gathering the other day. My other Liverpool mate said, he showed me something saying, Isak, and it was Indicala. But maybe for the Liverpool thing, they might have a little bit.
There is some Liverpool stuff with Indicala.
Yeah, and they were right, and Isak happened.
Right
so
with the Guehi stuff, and because there was Joe Gomez and AC Milan. Well, it's 7:00, by the way, so the window has now shut. The window
is there a like the door shut? Is there a? I used to have that on there. You had that rubbish creaky door.
You want me to go close the door?
Yeah.
I've got one next to me.
I can maybe I can find one if I just type
Owen's
in.
Sorry, at the moment, so. There you go. There you go.
Hear it?
Yeah.
There you go. Just slam the door.
Just going to shut my door. Hold on. Hold on. Just shutting the transfer window shut. Hold on. See that? And the way it's shutting, do you know what's funny? The dead sound how it's shutting just like reflects the amount of business we're doing like on deadline day. Like
I can do a squeaky door. Sounds like a fart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's our hunt for the midfielder.
Yeah.
Did you talk about Conor Gallagher, by the way?
Yeah, we did. Conor Gallagher. Owen, I'm just ringing Conor Gallagher. Just hello, Conor. Conor, you there? Conor.
Slowly closing it.
That's our midfielder, bro. That's our Belabor money, bro.
What was your thoughts on that?
Hold on, two seconds. Let me get these screenshots out. Hold that thought right there. Aaron Maguire says United top of the league for average XG. That's brilliant. Top. Oh, come on, guys.
Not top 5. We're top of most shots. Total
by a considerable distance, actually.
Yeah,
as well.
Touches in the opposition box.
Yeah.
Top.
Everything but goals. Everything but scoring. Everything actually.
Are we spamming shots though? Are we spamming shots? Someone said that the weekend. They said we're spamming shots.
But then we wouldn't be top of XG either. You've got to create decent chances.
Is it because we've missed some sitters, haven't we? You know what I mean? We
missed a penalty.
One.
We missed a sitter. Yeah. Cunha hit the post. That's 3 in 3 games.
Then that would be high XG, wouldn't it? So that you could still spam shots, but also have misleading XG, couldn't you? If you miss like big chances.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss big chances, because that's the one that shoots up the XG of like you had to score that. Top 3 for most big chances created, top 5 for most shots on goal, more clinical, and onto a winner. But you know what though, Aaron, I'll be. Huh?
I just saw Ben Chilwell's left Chelsea, right? There's
Where's
here we
he
go.
gone?
He's going
to
Strasbourg. Yeah, they've just moved. They've literally just gone.
I'm ringing the team. We don't
want Chilwell. There you go.
That's taking the piss. That is no.
This is like that, you know, like the guy who lost weight and he's just like 10 feet backwards.
Yeah,
Matisse. You're live on United View. Please do not swear.
What's going on with this new no swearing business, man.
No, I'm joking. You can swear if you want. You might want to swear. So why has your team got rid of Ben Chilwell finally, only to send him to your other team, Strasbourg? Why have they done that?
I'm not gonna lie. That's none of my business.
What do you mean it's none of your business? It's your team.
2-year contract they give him.
2-year contract. He's still draining your resources.
Yeah, that is genuinely none of my business. That's one of those deals that you just have to say legally, it can be done. legally, it can be done.
You are something else.
my
You are.
goodness.
Also, since we got you on the line, actually, obviously Garnacho, got a fresh haircut for you. Bleached his hair blonde again, fresh blonde cut. Nice reveal video and stuff. He was at the game. How you feeling? How you feeling now? He's in the blue of Chelsea. Looking forward to it.
I'm trying not to think about it. I have a big international break coming up. I'm looking at spas, retreats, massages. I'm looking at all these things. I'm not even thinking about Garnacho. Until you brought him up, I was actually all right. Thanks for that.
So, all right. So you're not happy with that. And Nicholas Jackson, obviously, you got an injury to, Rory Liam Delap, sorry. Nicholas Jackson, Bayern Munich bound. Do you feel short? So you spent a lot of money and stuff. Do you feel short on a couple players, or you're right? Good window.
I'm not happy with that situation at all. I'm very actually quite angry.
Yeah, you're trying to keep it really. It feels like because you're outside of your normal environment, because you're live on United View. It feels like you're trying to. No, you can swear. No, I said you can.
No, I mean on DR earlier, I couldn't swear.
Oh.
I just had to I don't know, put it politely, but we're now in a situation where Guehi is our starting striker. So he couldn't get many games for Sunderland in the first few weekends. Now he's starting for Chelsea. And if he doesn't start, then obviously João Pedro will start up front, and what's his name, Buonanotte from Brighton. Will
you still haven't worked out how to say that guy's name as well, have you?
Yeah, I've practiced over the international break. Got plenty of time. Yeah.
And lastly, before we let you go, obviously we're playing you in the game after next at Old Trafford. Should be a relatively easy afternoon for you guys. Spend a lot of money, in the hunt for the title and stuff. You should be taking care of business, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Guaranteed, easy win. No problem, no stress. Yeah. I've got no issues there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
Well, we're just going through, what we've done in the window. We're just,
You got a goalkeeper today, didn't you?
Yeah, we got a goalkeeper, so we addressed. I mean, you should have probably got a goalkeeper as well, to be fair, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
The goalkeeper has become the least of my problems now.
What, is striker the biggest problem you got now?
Because of what we've done with Jackson, and Delap's out for 2 months. I've gone through all the fixtures. No OT, no Bayern, no Liverpool.
Oh, and also Sterling's staying at Chelsea. Sterling stays.
Matisse, but I have to say something. I did see Pep win a Premier League with sort of Sterling false 9 at times. I know he stayed at Chelsea.
Oh my God!
Is there anything?
I can't believe you even just suggested that.
Experienced player, mate.
I actually forgot he was still at the club.
Raheem Sterling, mate. Serial Premier League winner, mate. Champions League winner. Was he there? Did he win the Champions League? He did, didn't he? Was he there then?
I think he.
Well, no, isn't he already at Arsenal?
He's gone.
He's gone. He left
Yeah,
by
he's
then.
gone.
He left
Yeah, he's
by then,
gone.
sorry.
He's gone.
No,
Yeah.
No, wait, no. Yeah. He
No.
left.
Yeah, he left. He was your player by then. But anyway, 325k a week, so hopefully you can get tune out of him. Anyway, I'll leave you to look for spars. Just wanted to check on you to see that just to check that you knew you were still giving Ben Chilwell money. Yeah. Okay. All right. Tatty, bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just looking out for a mate.
Just a bit of an update on Senna Lammens, because some people were worried. Deadline's gone, no announcements. Stephen Ralston and others saying that the Senna Lammens announcement is not imminent, but everything is on track to complete. So maybe a deal sheet has been put in for that one.
I mean, technically, they don't have to announce till whenever they feel like.
No, as long as they've put that.
Got it. Yeah.
That if they've confirmed it, or they can get that, let's say, the deal sheet in, which is like they get to like midnight or something.
Yeah. Big up to Mina. She's just come through. I'm just going to finish reading the super chats and then we'll get straight into it. Ellen says, "Thank God, so tired of this window. I give it a 6 out of 10. Did okay, but still work to do. Now let's start digging and bleeding our way upwards. No quick fix." Aminor says, "James, had we sold Bruno for Baleba, our PSR would be up." And Eminem Says Rashford will stay at Barca, hopefully. It's sad to see United fans jump on him for the draw yesterday. Did they? Their own fans want him to start Barca. What was he terrible? What happened? Was he rubbish in the draw? I haven't watched Barca since he's gone, to be fair. I don't know what he was saying. Yoguro says, Flex, I know this is personal, but are you married? Yes, I am married. Or actually, no, I did get this ring in one of them. Oh, yeah. Wrong finger there, man. Yes, I am married. I am. Or did you think I got the ring out of them? You know them ones where you put the 20p in it and you twist the thing.
Yeah, little candy machines.
Yeah. No, it is a real life ring. I am real life married. Ironic United says we created 6 big chances, 2 pens to 9 last season after 3 game weeks. Our XG is high because we spam shots, and our XG shot is 0.1. That says everything. So there you go. Big up to Mr. KG, the comedian Gary, inside here as well. And listen, speaking of marriage, because someone asked me if I'm married, congratulations to you and your wife. You know, I see you posting and stuff as well. So happy, you know what I mean?
So
Happy
much.
13.
Is it 13? 13 years?
13 years, man. 13 years out here, you know. That's the one thing I'm not a flip-flop in.
Yeah. There's been no change of
one
direction.
Thing you can't.
One thing
Being solid there. But yeah, man, it's a good day. It's a good day. I'm really happy today. So
sorry, you have to come here and talk about football then after this. Oh no.
Yeah, your mic's a bit.
We got a keeper. There's no one on.
Turn your mic up.
Oh, my bad. Let's sort that out.
I thought it was just doing his best flex voice.
There you go. Is that better? 1, 2.
Keep going.
It's the same.
1, 2. Hello. Nah.
Keep going.
Well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, there you go.
That was good.
You're good. Keep it there. Oh.
Is that better?
Oh,
he's gone
It's
to
a
the
little
toilet
echoey
apparently.
now.
Yeah.
What about now? Is it better?
Now your mic's not on.
You've switched. Yeah, you've switched.
Yeah. Where you had it just before you switched to whatever you switched, you had it to the right level. You did it right. You did good.
I don't know what to do, mate.
No, I think that's it. I think you're right.
It's okay.
Hello?
Yeah,
It's quiet though. It is quiet.
You can live with it, but it's a little quiet.
But it is.
Yeah.
It's the
professional one. I'll get the professional one.
So you didn't have professional.
So wait. Oh my. So you've got the professional one.
I'm in. You lot saying happy whatever. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was late in it.
He went through all the excuses and then went to the one that matters the most.
Yeah, we saw you in the box going like this. You in the box going like this, which implied I'm ready. Take me into the show because I'm doing this.
Oh my bad. Sorry, Owen.
Well, you were pointing like this. You should have been like, no, I haven't got my mic set up yet. Professional.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Is it even connected now, by the way? Because it doesn't sound like it now.
1, 2. Hello.
Oh, it's not close to you, right? Okay.
Yeah, because then you lot complain about the noise. I just want to do my job.
Nah, saying I just want to do my job.
I just want to do my job. That's all I want to do.
He's coming with the wrong equipment, and then he says he wants to do his job. Oh, KG, Kevin, Gary, comedian. Please just always be this, please.
I'm gonna. Whoa, listen, flip flop like the manager. Absolutely. I'm not gonna.
Bro, you're putting eye emojis to Oliver Glasner, so we're gonna talk.
Shame.
Oh yeah, listen, because I still got a plan for the future. I've got a plan. Is he going? By the way, is Glasner? Did Guehi go to Liverpool?
They don't know. I mean, it's a bit of a weird one because they're saying that I think a deal sheet is in to suggest that they could get extra time, but it still could fall through because Palace aren't really confident they're going to get a replacement in, which is kind of the whole part of this.
It's looking a bit tight to find a replacement now. Like that's mad.
Because they did have one, but he then decided he wanted to go to West Ham, so that's why that one.
He picked West Ham over Crystal Palace.
Yeah. He was like Brighton's like 4th choice or 5th choice. Is it Tudor? I think his name is. Something.
Yeah, Tudor. Yeah. Let's bring in Queen Mina. Mina, what are you saying about this window, man? Like we're in the ratings process now. It's been shut for 13 minutes. It's done. We got 4 signings. Do you include Diego Leon? We've got him in January though, really, didn't we? And then that's like, so probably not. But what are you saying out of 10? What are you saying?
Firstly, congrats to KG and his 13 years to put up with KG for 13 years is mad. That's 13 years is so long. That's how many years I've basically been alive for. So congratulations, KG. Congrats. I give it a 6 out of 10. I give the window a 6.
What KG's marriage?
No, what?
Oh, I thought
no, the window. I said I give the window.
I was gonna say minute. I was gonna say minute. That was a bit below the belt, wasn't it? I was gonna say.
I actually like Mrs. KG. Mr. KG, not so much. Mr. KG, that's my dog.
Congratulations on your marriage. I give it a 6.
No, wait a minute. Wait. Yes, wait a minute. That's a wait a minute.
No, I said the window. I give the window a 6 out of 10.
Ain't that a bit long enough? 6 is a bit like.
You know what it is 6 for me is predominantly because I'm considering how well United have rebuilt the front line in one window. I think that's the first thing. The second thing is I think Man United drew the short end of the straw for some of the outgoings, but some of the other outgoings, I think they got the best possible deal. You know, because with the whole bomb squad thing, I feel like because of the way that it's played out in the public eye, it kind of put a lot of the transfer opportunities or the negotiations, the ball was in the court of the players. Sancho was declining moves and Anthony was adamant that he was going to Real Betis. So in order to get that Real Betis move for Anthony, Man United had to kind of meet them halfway, which was a lower fee but with a bigger sell-on clause, and in that way it kind of benefited them as well, because then they didn't have to really pay him out for the 5 million that he was holding out for on the weekend. With Jadon Sancho, I don't know if they used him as a negotiation tactic to see if they could get a move for Emi Martinez on a cheap deal. But also, like I said, Jadon Sancho doesn't want to take a pay cut. So again, the ball is in his court. Garnacho only wanted Chelsea. I think United could have sold Garnacho a long time ago if he was open to other options. And I think that would have changed whether or not we signed a midfielder in the window or not. But because it happened so late into the window, I just think that considering everything, I think Ineos have done well, given the fact that this is their first real window in getting people out. Last year, I think Scott McTominay was the most expensive person we sold, and then after that, we sold Alvaro Fernandez for cheap and Wan-Bissaka for cheap.
That was in January,
Exactly, and then when you consider, the savings on wages, Barcelona paying 85% of Rashford's wages, Aston Villa paying 80%. It could be up to 100 for Jadon Sancho if he reaches certain obligations. Getting an obligation to buy for Rasmus Hojlund if Napoli qualify for Champions League, which is an achievable obligation because Napoli probably will. I think the outgoings have been relatively okay given the circumstances of everything. And it also gives Manchester United and the manager kind of like a better slate to work with, because now the manager cannot make up excuses about having bad eggs, or what's the saying, bad apples? Is it bad apples or bad eggs? Whatever.
It can be both, to be honest.
It can be both.
Bad apple spoils the bunch is the thing.
Because he got rid of the people that he's been wanting to get rid of. He's got rid of Marcus Rashford. You don't have to sit there in press conferences and talking about, I will reintegrate them if I have to, etc., etc. So I think 6 out of 10. But the thing is, right, guys, the reason why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 is because the goalkeeper for me is, I think we should be patient with the goalkeeper. And the reason why I'm saying that is I'm seeing a lot of people comparing him to when we signed David De Gea, but we signed David De Gea, who had slightly more appearances in a, I would say, better league in La Liga in comparison to the Belgian league. Please be patient with our goalkeeper. I think Man United went for the better option out of the two because he's a younger goalkeeper. I think they can mold him into the type of goalkeeper that they want. And if he ticks the boxes of what you would want a traditional goalkeeper to do, which he does, the shot stopping, his ability to maybe, from the clips that I've watched, I'm not going to lie, from set pieces, he doesn't look that amazing, but he doesn't look that bad. I think we're all traumatized from Onana and Bayinda. So anything better than that,
he just has to be a little bit better than Bayinda.
Just be patient. I think everyone should just be patient with Lammens, and I think with the players that we brought, with Mbeumo, with Cunha, 2 proven Prem players. Sesko, I think he's going to hit the ground running. Just be patient with him. I think 6 out of 10 is reasonable. I really do think that's a reasonable window.
I want to bump it up to a 7, purely on the basis of I've seen what this club has been like in windows in the past under Woodward and those guys. And finally, there's real football people at the club. And we set up before our starting lineup, Garnacho, the front three was Rasmus Hojlund, Garnacho, and who do we go in there sometimes? Is it Bruno? Well,
Bruno
Bruno.
usually.
Bruno,
Bruno Mount sometimes when he was fit.
Man, it was just ugly. Like it was bad. And what you are getting, yes, we've been what kind of skews how we're feeling is Grimsby and maybe the game against Fulham. Yeah, because I think there'll be some real. We were excited about that front three. We've got a really good young striker. Yes, it's taking time. He took the 10th penalty, so some people's feelings towards him, I don't know if it's changed or nothing, but I'm not having any of that coward stuff or the narrative that's being thrown out there about him. Still a good player, just needs time. Waterlogged pitch at Grimsby. Wished he performed better, but it's okay. He's going to play. We got rid of Rasmus because we believe in this guy. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm seeing the little touches in Buemo and Cunha and that little understanding that is developing. And finally in Buma and Ahmad relationship trying to blossom as well. I'm feeling a bit excited about these lot, if I'm being honest. You know, there's some little good patterns and we got rid of Rashford and they're paying the salary. We've been praying for that moment. We got rid of Anthony's gone-ish. I think the window's been, and then Sancho, because God knows what he was going to do with him. I think they've done well with the levels outgoings. I'm impressed with them, and we finally got a new number one. I don't know if he's going to be. Well, he has to be the number one because Bayern did the number one.
It's funny you say that, KJ. I was just reading. So the Manchester Evening News are saying that Man United did submit a deal sheet for Senna Lammens. So that's given an extra amount of time, 2 hours extension. So it has to be done before 9 o'clock. Like James was saying earlier on, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be announced at 9. Just the deal has to be done by 9. Interesting that it says United sources consider Lammens 23 to be an exciting young keeper with a bright future. But it also then says right at the end of the article, club sources have declined to say whether Lammens will be installed as United's number one keeper. Now that could just mean that I don't know because we bought him without a plan. I don't think so. And like we said earlier on, the bar is so low. If he's average, he will be our number one because the bar is that low.
Well, Nana's already been benched, right? He's been benched for 3 straight Premier League games. He was out of the squad for 1. He had a disaster at Grimsby. Bayindier's taken over, and we know that they're not incredibly high on Bayindir in general. So it's pretty clear on that front that in a very short amount of time, one way or another, Lammens will be in. I would say on the window in general, that number one is huge. I was going to give it a 7.5 this morning. I would have given it an 8 if we got Lammens in sooner, because I do think, like Mina said, he's going to need time to adjust and all of that. But we've also dropped points already because they didn't sign a keeper sooner. We've also lost out in a cup in part because, we didn't sign a keeper sooner. So you've got to have a little bit of a penalty for being a bit naive about not making that signing earlier in the window when we should have done it, because I think everybody who's watched United knows we needed a new keeper. There was nothing to debate about it. I don't even think it could be under question. And then when Onana showed up unfit to preseason as well, you kind of double that up and go, how is this not done a month ago to bring him in? So I give him a little penalty on that. But you were speaking about the numbers on that front and the sales and things. And like Mina, you said, I mentioned it before you came on, but you told me to bring the spreadsheets and all of that. So
the account it was like Mina told me to bring Excel spreadsheet. Yeah. Like, all right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
From this morning's video.
I walked into James's stream this afternoon and I just see an Excel spreadsheet with numbers. I'm like, whoa, did I walk into an accounting class? What's going on in here?
Yeah, James, can you share it? Owen, can you share it? Can he share it or not?
Can I? It says I can. Hold on, let me.
You should be able to share screen.
Let me try.
Just while he's doing that, Ben Jacobs is now saying that Senna Lammens' move to Manchester United is now complete. Whether or not an announcement is incoming, we'll have to wait and see. But Ben Jacobs is saying the move is complete.
Let me give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to try to get this on the screen in an easy way that's not very messy for us. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good to see. Where do I rate the window? I am kind of like between 6.5. I like the 7 because I see, like, what did we need? We needed like a new front line. You've got Cunha and Bruno and Sesko. That's really positive start. But I'm like, I did not think we'd be able to get those 3 players. Like KG says, the Grimsby thing 100% gives you that sour taste. It overshadows a lot. Winning against Burnley, listen, even though it wasn't how it shouldn't have been made as difficult as it should have been a much easier win than that. And then obviously the shades of the Fulham thing, but we can't let that make us think that we've bought duds and this, that, and the other. I don't agree with that. And what else did we need? We needed a goalkeeper. We've got that. I haven't heard of him before, and I don't know how he's going to be. But all right, but we've addressed it, and Onana is no longer the number one as well. So,
are you disappointed that we didn't get Martinez, Flex?
What's Miller laughing at, by the way, as well?
Is nobody watching what KG's doing?
He's eating,
What,
yeah. I noticed this earlier on. I saw it the first time he did it.
Listen, I have to. I haven't had no food today.
I'm here.
It's like it's the worst attempt to hide it, though, as well.
Yeah, like we can see.
KG, what do you have? What's the food? What's the food? What is it?
It's like a nice little Jamaican chicken soup.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I just thought, listen, it's been a long day. He's been out with it. Like,
I've just been out.
Just share the love, man. Just eat. You know.
It's like,
man's got
I was just trying to respect the people watching.
Had the etiquette, muted it, like so we didn't hear him.
I'm so hungry.
The UB community, they get on at Flex when he has his breakfast in the mornings. Ooh.
Yeah,
this is the first. I ain't gonna, because it's been back to back. It's been back to back streams, but it's all good. Deadline day, innit?
Yeah, but 6.5 for me. 6.5 for me.
Now I was asking about are you disappointed that you didn't get because I feel like Martinez. Some people wanted Martinez, and it changed a lot of things for people.
I wanted him.
You know why we didn't get him?
Jadon Sancho.
Because of Jadon Sancho. Yeah, we had a deal with Villa yesterday. It was ready to go.
So I'm not. I'm not really.
No, I'm not aware of this news.
Yeah.
Let me know more.
We had a. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, James, you'll probably explain it better than I would.
No. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I heard that it wasn't. We still had the option to do Lammens, but we had a deal pretty much with Villa lined up with the players going both directions. I mean, Martinez to us, Sancho going to them on a permanent deal, but he turned it down. Sancho turned it down. It was him, not the clubs. Yeah, essentially.
Wait, what? I didn't know.
He only wanted to go alone. Yeah.
He wanted temporary.
Yeah, he wants to be a free agent. And go figure it out himself and get a new deal in January.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
you guys don't know, but Sweetie's bill don't pay for itself. Sweetie's bill don't pay for itself. He needs the money.
At one point, he might have to get laser removal. That's expensive. You know what I mean?
He's definitely getting laser removal. He's definitely.
Yeah.
How long when next year?
I don't. Yeah, that's a mad tattoo. That's the maddest tattoo I've ever seen.
So yeah, it's mad. But I did. Yeah, I was. Listen, I'm not gonna. I said it at the start, right at the start of the stream, at 6. I was like, guys, you guys know my thing. Like, I as soon as Emi Martinez was a viable thing for me, with the goalkeeping department being so bad, give me the guy who walks straight in here, understand what pressure looks like, knows this league inside out, World Cup winner, shithousery, yes. Will he make mistakes? Has he got a bit of a bozo gene? Absolutely. But I think people were going too far. Like, he more shots leading to errors than Onana. Let's not do that. We've all watched with our own eyes.
That was ridiculous today.
This is where XG and graphs and field tilt, I couldn't give a toss, mate. I've watched with my eyes, Andre Onana, and we can think off the top of our heads of the absolute clangers, like within the 2 years that he's been the number one versus Martinez in the same time. Let's not even disgrace Martinez by mentioning Onana in the same breath. Like, let's
not even to take the piss as well. Sometimes it's better the other guy, because I've been having a look at Gyökeres and I was devastated when he said he didn't want to come to Man United. Not saying he's a bad player.
Early.
But you already know if he wasn't playing in a Man United shirt, they would have killed us already.
That's what I'm saying. Some people saying that about Sesko already.
For taking the 10th penalty. They're trying to kill Sesko for taking the 10th penalty, or whatever. And now this guy right now, the way he's playing, there would have been no quarter. If he was if Gyökeres was a Man United player and he's playing in those types of performance, or running the way he's looking, or just looking laboured, true say Arsenal not playing for his strengths. So he might have worked for us because we're kind of counter-attacking. So he might have been a good player for us. But with the signings, sometimes it just goes a better way. Like, so we might be sitting with Lammens and say, you know what, thank God we went for this guy. Like, we might end up saying that in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I've never seen him play. I just didn't want to jump on the whole, like, I've read the articles on this guy. And he's frozen, so it's definitely him. It can only be one person. He's fully frozen. Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, we didn't really have any doubt of who it would be as well. We kind of thought there wasn't an inquest. We just knew.
No.
Yeah.
No investigation needed.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what? We're gonna go to James in the spreadsheet. James, what you got for us?
Oh yeah, you got a spreadsheet. Can you do it? I can't mess with this much. That's why I put it in paint, so it might be a little hard to see. But I totaled all the guys who are out here. How much wages are saved? How much in terms of a loss we made on them? It's assuming like Rasmus's obligation goes through. To be fair, which I think it will, because it's the title winners are probably going to qualify for Champions League and all of that. So it's just all added up. And then you've got like Rashford's loan, the wages saved there, you got to add up. Then you've got 20 million in sell-ons that came through this summer as well. And with everybody that we can't forget about. United saved 100 on the math, on like the football math. They gained 116 million this summer and spent about 69.6 million this summer. And even next summer, because some of these will affect next summer, like Hojlund, he would have been on the books next summer, right?
Let's send zoom in if you can, James. Let's send zoom in if you can.
I don't know if I...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, perfect.
We've done it. We've done it. There you go. You can see it a little better now.
Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah. So now you can see it. So wages saved, all of these. We can draw on it. Amortization saved. And so it's this much. This is the actual total after sell-ons and Rashford and everything for this year. And this is what we've actually spent this year. It's all average, because things are over these 5-year periods and all that. But it means that United will actually leave with 50 million gained after buying all these players for this year. So when they're looking at the math, what can we afford? What are our PSR limitations? All of that. This is helping us. Most windows we're losing, 40, 50, 60, 70 million a year in terms of the costs. And next year we've gained this because Antony and Hojlund would have been here. They were not on expiring deals. They still had contracts. Yeah. They would have been here next year. So we've saved this year. Next year, we don't get these losses. We don't have these losses that go with it. It's just done because it's counted right away.
Well, because compared to what, had like 2 years left on his deal, or Rasmus had 2 years left, or whatever.
Yeah. So they're gone. So next year we go into an advantage. So if we can sell like Rashford next year for 30 million or something like that and get it fully off the books and save the wages, it's a little easier. We could be going into summer with like plus 70 million a year in our expenses. And that's big. It's really big.
Still go as well. Did Tendon Mengi move clubs? Because I know they said
there was something on that, right? And we have a sell-on clause there.
Clause.
There's probably more that could happen.
20 million in cash, from sell-on clauses.
It's big. So January. I mean, January we could spend money, and they will be willing to. We could spend in January because we have the space to do something there. So I'll keep an eye on it. And as well, you got to think with the World Cup is next summer. So we probably do need to, business is going to be a bit unusual. January deals are probably going to be better, but yeah, United gained a lot. And that's why I give them a lot of credit for this window. We've never, ever, ever had a window like this with this many sales and this much funds and being raised and all of these things going. And next summer as well, like someone's pointing out there, you're going to add Casemiro's going to go. His deal's expiring. Harry Maguire's original purchase actually finally ends next summer as well.
And did you take into account that Sancho will actually be gone as well?
Yeah, because we're not. We didn't say So next summer, correct? Because this year we're not saving because we didn't sell him. We're not actually saving the cost of his transfer. Next year's transfer fees over. That's like 15 million a year that's costing us. So you're going to end up like next year, United are going to be up like probably 120 million on their yearly costs versus what they were at before.
So do you think then that means it's clear that this year, like you said, look how intentionally they were really strong with, the bomb squad, which I hate saying, but there's a group of 5 players that weren't welcome here anymore. To start getting more balanced in terms of now going forward, you know, they've done this to make us more sustainable. But
For sure.
actually, we've still gone and got 3 really good players, 2 Premier League proven and 2, you know, not shot in the darks, but like younger players that you've got to give a bit more time to. So having managed to do that plus set us up, I suppose, is
that's why we need Europe, though. We need
we
Europe.
do
That's what I was
need
just
Europe.
about to say.
And
This
Paige
is
right
all about
about
Champions League or Europa
We
League.
need Europe. If we do this and we can get back into Europe, it's done.
They said
Like,
they planned for that, didn't they? They said they
Yeah.
planned for the next whatever years in Europa, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Even in Europa, even if it's just Europa that we can qualify for this year with the money that's saved, we do whatever we want next summer. I mean, the way that United should be in the market, you know, and that doesn't mean we're going to go crazy. You got to still be responsible and mostly be successful, because we've spent plenty of money over the years, but we've been so unsuccessful with the money that we've spent. We end up in this situation. But yeah, with Europe, I think United will be able to do whatever they need to.
Can I ask you guys if you thought about how we stop gap or plug the midfield? Now we know that there's no one's arriving. So have you thought about like what kind of creative things that we could try? That might be, you know, what's the word? When it's just not what you expect to do, but we just tried it.
I only thought the stopgap, but I do think, like James was saying there about next summer and the money that we'll be able to spend, I think they're going to have a similar strategy like they had, you know, this summer. They literally removed the old attack, put a brand new one in. I reckon that might be the case for the midfield next summer, where it's literally old one out, Casemiro leaves. It feels almost likely now that this probably is going to be like Bruno's last year. He might end up finally taking that Saudi move, and then you get the new one in. So you look at Baleba, whether or not he's still going to be quoted 100 million by that point, who knows? Depends on the season that Brighton he has. And then Adam Wharton, depends what happens with Palace this season, what have you. I could see a similar situation where it's like, right, all the focus is on get a new midfield next season. But then what we do for this season, I don't know if it's just not going to be great.
Basically, we could survive like with like Casemiro doing like 60 minutes, 1 game a week with whoever his partner is, Bruno or whoever. Like, I
think it'll be that a lot. I think depending on the injuries, like you said. So this week showed us immediately what kind of things could happen in the flexibility within the squad. So Cunha's got injured immediately, game 3. We don't know how long for. I really hope that international break it might not be as bad, and actually he might not be able to start at City because he would have had a couple of weeks out. But hopefully the game after that, say Chelsea, argument's sake. But anyway, immediately we saw the manager go, right, Kobe, you can play now. I'm going to put Bruno
Mason Mount injured as well, Fleck.
Well, shit, yeah, and Mason Mount as well. So
I think that was real minor. I think that was real minor.
But with
Mount, minor turns into
3 months. Yeah, we don't see him again.
I think we should be more confident about Cunha's than Mason Mount.
Cunha will be back for sure. But
the setback, the setback walk is not good. The setback, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, to answer your question, bro, I feel like it will just be with what we've got. Yeah, I think when everyone's fit, I think the manager showed us kind of what he thought. When everyone was fit, I feel he was like saying,
whose house is
that?
that?
Yours is James got a dog.
That's mine. I got the big
dog. That sounds wrong. What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's the German Shepherd and the Doberman, the scary dog.
That don't sound like
they are big. That's big. They are
I could hear that. You know, you just feel like that's not a normal size breed right there.
Yeah, that was
not.
Yeah, we got the big dogs. Yeah,
it's kind of bearish. Yeah, I think he showed us the manager. Well, ones that are that big. The manager kind of showed us that I want Bruno. Well, he told us. He said, "Bruno, you'll compete. Kobe, you'll compete with Bruno." Blah 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 blah. As soon as there's an avenue to mix things up, maybe when Bruno comes off during a game, then Bruno goes one forward, then you bring Kobe on in the 70th minute, stuff like that, which is probably feeding into a little bit of the people that are saying, "Listen, man, he'll get games somehow, like whether that'll be enough for him." Clearly he didn't see it that way because he wanted to leave, but with that happening, I think he'll just, and then we saw Mason Mount play back there as well, didn't we, for a little bit? So he obviously sees him as being able to do that for a little bit. So yeah, man. But the last thing I was gonna say before, like, you guys, like, I'm not gonna lie, man, you see Adam Wharton, like, I think he's actually so key to like I'm not saying we're front runners or anything, but like, I actually think he should be numero uno target, I think obviously like Baleba definitely as well. He's wicked. I like what. Let's get both. That's the dream, right? But like Adam Wharton is like such a tempo setter, such a like progressive passer. His interceptions are really good. Like, you know, when people say like the Carrick regen, that one you can just, everything can actually go through him. Baleba is more explosive. Like he'll progress the ball through the first, like traveling with it. But Wharton is like, I don't think it's spoken about. Like it is. People are saying how good he is, but like for our team in a 2 as well, like I just feel like he'll be cash money, man. I'm trying. That's the one I'm really looking at, actually. Baleba, yes, of course, I want him. Absolutely want both. But
get the 2 of them.
Wharton,
Get both.
like, yeah, man. Let's try and work out a way to try and get them. Them 2 would be.
Is it too defensive? Is it too defensive?
Well,
Because one of the things I wanted to bring up about like the way that we're playing and what I kind of feel Ruben might go with and might have realized, hopefully, I think we play too defensive for his system as well.
Wharton,
like
we solved that. Wharton gets the ball forward fast.
Yeah, no, he does, but I kind of look at like Bruno and Kobe in that game, in that, and I kind of liked the balance of Kobe picking it up deeper, so it's not Bruno picking it up deeper, getting out of there, and still being able to use some of his on-ball qualities and things like that. There's a lot of games where I feel like we could be more attacking. Like you play a 3 at the back, some of the advantage of that is that you don't always have to have a 6. You know, you could, because you push Delict, you push those center backs up. Like you look at Mazraoui when he came on, by the way, was really good when he came on, being so aggressive in helping the team stay up the pitch to attack, to step up into the midfield. Maybe we can be a little more attacking from the midfield and not so defensive in there.
Some people are saying try Mazraoui as a makeshift. We tried him in a 10. Why can't he play deeper?
I feel like he's really good with the game in front of him. I think he's a lot better with the game in front of him, personally. That's part of it, rather than behind him.
What are you saying, Minna? Do you feel, what you say midfield? Like, is there options there to get through, or is it just like find a way to get through and then go get the big boys?
Yeah, I don't think there's really any options. I think that's probably the area that we have, I would say, the most unconvincing depth.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me about Amorim's system is how reliant it is in ball progression in the wide channels, which kind of nullifies the midfield. So I don't see Amorim wanting to push for a player like genuinely speaking, if United signed Wharton next summer, I think that's an Ineos signing, and it wouldn't be a manager signing, because for me, that's not a midfielder that I could imagine Amorim wanting to utilize, because you guys we've seen over the last 9 or so months how Amorim uses his midfield, and it's not to progress the ball. You see the ball going through, the wide centre backs, and he wants them to be the ball progressors, and he wants, the wing backs to be the ball progressors, and he wants, the game to kind of go to the 10s through the wide channels. And I always say that's one thing that I don't like about the way that Amorim plays football or tries to get his team to play football, is how he neglects the midfield. I think any team that doesn't have a balanced midfield and the game doesn't run through the midfield, I already think that's kind of a weak spot. And you've seen a lot of the opponents that we come up against, all they have to do is outnumber us in the midfield, and they can win the battle. And then when they win that midfield battle, they tend to win the game. And that has been the case. I would love a player like Wharton. I would love to pair him with a player like, Lamine Kamara, even a Baleba if necessary. Do we go out and sign someone in January? The only thing that concerns me about next summer is how slow things move when it's an international tournament. Like the last Euros, it took us how long to actually get Joshua Zirkzee because he was with the Netherlands, and he barely even played with them in the last Euros. So I can imagine the last World Cup, because it was in the middle of the season, it never really impacted the summer transfer window. Whereas I think the World Cup will have a huge impact, because not only are players going to play so much football in this season, but there's going to be a small gap between the season ending and then probably the camps starting. They're playing more games at the World Cup, so the World Cup is going to end later than usual, which will only give us a smaller window, I think, to get those players in. Then, say hypothetically speaking, England go to quarters and Adam Wharton is part of the squad, or they go to the semis. He's going to get a break. And this is just hypothetical, of course, but he's going to get a break after the competition, which will then even delay, a move happening for him. So if Man United are going to go out and, go for players, go for a midfielder, a quality midfielder, I hope they do it before the actual, international competitions. With other, for example, Chelsea got Quenda done halfway through the season. You know, last year, I think the year or so before that, they got Malo Gusto done halfway through the season. So I would hope that would be the case for whatever midfielder we go on to sign. But if worse comes to worse and Casemiro gets injured and Ugarte is injured, and play Onana in midfield. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? I'm sure he'd be better in midfield than he would be.
Where's AGT?
David,
Where is he?
David Ornstein has just reported saying Mark Guehi is set to stay at Crystal Palace despite the deal sheet being submitted for a transfer to Liverpool. He did complete a Liverpool medical, and agreement was reached between the clubs at £35 million with the centre-back on a 5-year contract. But Crystal Palace replacement issues stopped the move. So Mark Guehi staying, and I guess by proxy, probably Oliver Glasner's also probably staying. So I
think he demanded it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like if he leaves, I leave kind of situation. So yes. No Mark Guehi.
Good play by Glasner, though. He's got to look after himself. He's got to put himself first, you know?
Put him under the bus, so...
And we've seen today, by the way, just to pick up on what Minna was saying about next year and how slow and delayed things is. Like, I know, obviously, deadline day is always, like, mad, but today felt, like, extra crazy. And that's not even just including, like, from a United perspective, because we had a lot of people moving on and what have you in the Lammens stuff. But, like, today has been crazy, especially with the deadline being at 7 p.m. as opposed to like 11.
Yeah, it's early,
and
right?
squeezing it all in. It's been nuts. And like next season, I feel like it's going to be even worse because of that. And also, I think all of us here have kind of predicted that it was going to be like this, particularly when it comes to the outgoings. We mentioned the whole bomb squad thing and all that stuff. We've all said for months, haven't we, going, that's going to come down to the last week of the window, or that's going to come down to the last few days of the window, because it always does. Because it was really interesting watching Sky's coverage today, and it was the guy there. He was the former managing director of previously Liverpool and then Villa, and he was basically sort of explaining how these things come together. And he was sort of just going, look, it's just all one big game. To be honest, you know what I mean? And it's not as if clubs and players don't want to get deals done early. They do. But it's always about, like James had the spreadsheet up earlier, can we get better value for money? Or can we get them to pay us more? Or can we wait till the end of the window? They get desperate and we end up paying them less, you know? Because especially nowadays with PSR, that can be the difference between getting like a points deduction or a fine or something like that. So they'll leave it. And they weigh up, they were saying with the Mark Guehi stuff, they could have sold him for like 60 million to Newcastle last year. They decided to not let that happen. They went and won the FA Cup. So that was actually probably better value to them than 60 odd million at the time, because it allowed them to go on and get into Europe. It would have been a better European competition, not the Conference League. But still, you get my point. So it's interesting how those things all get weighed up. Very interesting.
How awkward is it for Guehi? Like, he was wearing the Liverpool training kit, probably. He's done the medical, probably done a little bit of media. He must be pissed to go home. That's a nasty drive. M6 toll.
Nah, he was in London. He didn't even go to Liverpool.
Yeah.
He was in London, in the Liverpool offices in
Well, that's
London.
all right. He didn't experience. He didn't get to Merseyside on some.
Nah,
that shit. Like,
and he's such a top pro. Yeah, I don't know if you saw his interview yesterday after they smashed up Palace, after they smashed up Villa, and the interview he gave, like, he's just such a top pro. Like, he's so respectful. He just gets on with it. He's never.
And it wasn't a secret, right? Before the game, like they knew, and he played with the team, and everybody was good.
He'll just get straight back into it, bro. And guess what, bro? Oliver Glasner will be like, "My God, come back to me, bro." Like, it ain't gonna be no like. So you wanted to leave and leave us in the lurch, and now you want to come back? Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. He'll be fine. If anything, yeah, like Kristen said, he said feel bad for Guehi. He's the guy just keeps quiet. They were asking him, bro. She was like, "Look," the interview was like, "I'm not gonna like ask you to say, but you know, it's a lot of attention." He's like, "Yeah, you know me. I don't like all the cameras in my face. Like, it's just about the team. Like, you know, this club's been amazing for me. I've got my family and the people at Crystal Palace and the fans and stuff. I love this club." Like, he's just wicked. Like how Eze, you know, like there's just not like no animosity in these guys' bones. They're just calm. That he'll just play and still play wicked. Like, and actually, really, for him, World Cup year, go on a free, like he could play every single game for Palace, get himself in the World Cup squad. Like, if he goes to Liverpool, he's got to share the minutes, bro. Like with Konate and Van Dijk a lot. Like, they need a backup centre back.
I don't think he would
probably
be
wouldn't
back up at
start.
centre back. I can't lie.
You think they'll drop? You think they'll
I
drop?
think
Konate
Konate
straight away?
would get dropped because Konate's head's turned. The guy's rattled. He's been crap 3 games in a row for them.
Yeah.
He was good last game. He was good last game. He was good last game. He was good.
He was I think he was
good.
okay against. But for me, the first 2
he was dead
games,
against Newcastle. Yeah, he was awful.
He was pants for them. And I think you remember with Trent, like towards the latter stages of the season, Arne Slot started dropping him. I think he would do the same with Konate, especially when there's uncertainty around his future with Real Madrid.
But now,
I think that with Kobe, now the window's closed, he can just get his act together and just understand the only way into England team is hard work and really trying to dislodge a player. He has to look at, I've got to work now. And that's I was kind of hoping for the window to close just so Kobe can really focus. Because I would say Belabor might have been a bit affected by the whole transfer. A lot of these players, when there's another move happening, they can't focus the same way. Now the window's closed. It's like, this is your life now. Get to work. And that's what I'm hoping. Anyway.
Yeah. Let me get these super chats out. Excuse me. Where do we get to? I think we got to here. C1 Chaos says, imagine KG twerked for 2 years for one of the worst managers in Europe. Erik ten Hag sacked after 2 matches. KG, do you feel like you've taken a monumental L today? Come on.
Well, you know what? Being part of the THDL.
It's your fault, KG.
Being part of the THDL was crazy, and I've learned from it. But definitely, like, I don't know if I can still be taking like L's for him getting sacked in his another job because no Man United manager no more, is he?
Yeah.
But definitely THDL. Like, I've got blood on my hands as well, for sure.
Yeah, he was one of the founding members of that. Show says, was told managers sacked by United would prove us wrong. Ollie, Joe saying Erik ten Hag sacked within a week. All of them done nothing after being sacked by us.
Isn't it crazy that the only manager that United sacked that is actually employed is David Moyes, and United fans hate him?
He's the worst one.
Right. He's a good manager.
Yeah, exactly. He is a good manager. Yeah. Luis Yap Davis says, big up to the panel. Interesting fact. I met Shaw yesterday at London Euston Station. Top bloke. We'll always respect him as a player for our club. There's a lot of people who don't share that sentiment. I know that. Look, my thing on Luke Shaw is when fit, I just always say the same thing. When fit, very competent footballer. I never buy into the narrative that he's trash. But if you're never available, obviously it means you should have left a long time ago because we're still paying you big piece and clearly you just can't stay fit. But he's a competent footballer when he's fit. I always stand by that. And actually, since he's been fit, fingers crossed, from pre-season to now, like, and we forget a bit of last year because again it was so shit. We forget the players that stayed fit. Like he's been playing all right, man. He's been playing all right. Larry says, as an Ineos skeptic, not a bad window. That midfield is my only fear. It was a priority for me coming into the summer. It has always been a priority for me for a long time now. I definitely share that, Larry. I'm with you 100% on that one. KT says, this has to be our best selling window ever? ? Big.
Ever.
Yeah.
I think ever's being a bit.
We haven't really ever sold Ronaldo.
We've only got good money for 10 games.
I mean, maybe Ronaldo for 100 million.
I was going to say, in terms of like monetary overall, we've probably had windows where we've raised more, but that's probably by one big exit like Ronaldo or even Lukaku when he went for a bit.
Lukaku.
But in terms of moving players on, and I was saying this to Flex earlier on, like, the hope is now, it's not with every player, but with a lot of the players now, they've been brought in by the current regime. So if it is determined in the future they're not good enough, theoretically it should be easier to move them on, unlike this group of players that we've had to exile and tell them several times that they've got to leave.
And there's still more. Turkey and Saudi. We could still see one of these keepers go too.
Yeah. And these players are not desirable like that. That's the other part that we have to think of. You know, we're talking about players that, it's like it's a punt, it's a risk. Like Aston Villa are kind of taking a risk on Sancho. Now it shouldn't be a risk that works out because
they're taking a massive risk.
Yeah, but obviously Leon Bailey's gone, right? So there's a couple little spaces that Asensio didn't come back.
It's desperation for them, bro.
The fact they wanted to sign him on a permanent is kind of mad, actually, when you think about it. I mean, the fact that they were like, we'll take him permanently.
Their window has been all over the place. I think
they're just panicking, bro. Yeah, they're panicking. They're in big trouble, Villa. Like they've got Lindelof, who is going to be in like. That's just a light. Just if you need a bit of experience off the bench, if there's an injury,
he'll be all right.
He's competent. He just He's on a free.
Playing centre-back pairing of Tyrone Mings and Lindelof.
Yeah, mad.
Something
Mad.
you could have seen at Man United. That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
Pau
Jason
Torres
said,
too. So Pau
yeah.
Torres was
Yeah,
wanted by
could've.
United as
Yeah.
well. Very similar
And-
player to Lindelof also.
So they got Konsa, Lindelof, Mings. Yeah, Konsa,
And Pau
Lindelof,
Torres,
and Pau Torres.
Pau Torres.
Yeah, so that's their 4. I think Jason said I think Xerxes should be our starting striker at the moment. We look better with him on the field. Well, look, he's got to catch up in it. Sesko. Obviously, Xerxes been out for a while as well. He hasn't played for ages. We forget that he didn't have no preseason, and he was there in America, didn't kick a ball. But yeah, you can tell Sesko's not there yet. He needs time. He needs time. Larry says, Minna, let's be honest, there will be no patience for Lammens. I already saw the slander name. Same lamentations for him. Oh, is that what's going on? Same lamentations for him. Is that what the streets are doing?
There's already the comps of him letting it do mistakes
Messing
as
it
well.
up.
That's already
Yeah.
going around. Yeah,
You can do that. If you typed in
every goalkeeper.
Edison flipping clangers.
You can do it for Allison. Allison's best goalkeeper in the world. He's had clangers. You know what I mean?
Raya, all of them, all the good keepers, man. It's the same thing. Minna Lammens wears the number 91 jersey number. Good omen. If you know, you know.
Pick number 1, somebody.
No. There's good. I don't believe in omen, but Larry is right. Man United women's goalkeeper wears number 91, and she's the best goalkeeper in England. So
I like it.
Right,
let him wear 91 too.
I just always think when number 1's available, just pick it up.
Yeah. Well, no one wants it, mate. Shirts heavy. Larry says, SGA winner. Eating jollof live during a show. This is real journalism. This is real.
What does the G stand for? Not the SJA. What does the SGA? What does that stand for? KG. No one picked that one up. No one can think of anything
What's
witty.
the G stand for?
Because it's SJA Sports Journalism Awards. So
I'm trying to think what it would be. What's the G?
Sports Gary Awards.
That's what I was going to say. Sports Gary Award.
I honestly don't care.
Super Gary Award.
It's been too long of a day. I've got to talk about boxing and then like.
I thought I'd tee one up for the comedian, but he just went, "No, I'm not."
Nah, I haven't got the mental capacity. I'm like
in comedian mode.
Oh yeah, he did come in with his mic. I thought I realized that was
C1 Chaos says, Ineos have the exact same spreadsheet on Paint.
They're watching.
They're
watching.
It was Omar giving a big in the room, giving a speech, getting in there.
Hold on, but
zoom in for a second. Zoom in.
I will never forget. I will never forget that I did a video in February talking about how many of our players were injured or not playing, and how it was like half our wages. And then hearing Sir Jim say that exact thing in a thing later, and I was like,
that was mad.
James, you should have admitted that. Now you'll never be in the Ineos allegations. You should have admitted that right now.
I've got the accusations. I might as well lean into it, you know.
Imagine that top donator on James' channel, Sir Jim. Super chat from Jim Ratcliffe.
That's that guy that comes and drops like 50 memberships randomly here and there, you know.
Sir Jim, bro. Don F says, James, the Excel is excelling. He was excelling, bro. And Adi Goke says, can't add amortization saved as it's not an income. So I don't know.
We won't do the accounting lesson here.
No, but
it's a time for another.
Yeah,
it's like if you were if you were owing $100 a month on a bill, and then that bill gets canceled, you've saved $100 a month. It's not income, but it gets removed from the other side of the column, essentially.
Like the basics is that's no longer your outgoing, right?
Yeah,
that's a simple way to for normal people like me.
I
don't have to pay that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I see it.
Exactly.
Once I get to the end of the month and I don't owe you £100. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Think of it that simple.
Shabillionaire. Oh, maybe this is the one, James. This is it. This is
Shabillionaire. Yes, legit.
Any truth in Cheeto leaving rumors? Well, the window's shut and he's still here. So
Shabillionaire would know, hopefully, wouldn't he? If it was him.
This thing's done well as well. Adrian Rabiot he's landed at AC Milan. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Has he?
He always
he finds his feet, doesn't he?
How's he bloodied on that?
His mum's a great agent, you know, when you think about it.
How's she done that?
How's she bloodied on that?
Bloody hell.
Jason says, I don't I don't think spin. I don't think Casemiro
spin, Mrs. Rabiot.
I don't think Casemiro, Ugarte, and Bruno will be here next season. Casemiro, Ugarte, and Bruno. Yeah, that's the whole, take out the midfield, put a new one. Shenanigan says, did KG know Ten Hag was sacked earlier? He did. Jason says Manchester United should be on that Wharton deal now. Get a pre-agreement done for the summer. Ronnie Dodge says, who is everyone's favourite signing? For me, it's Cunha. Oh, good question. Owen, let's go around the room.
Goalkeeper's Union is always going to be a goalkeeper.
Oh, wow. Okay. Guy you've never seen play before, never heard of. Is your favourite signing?
Don't care, mate.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Fair play. That's bad. James?
Cunha.
Mina?
I don't think I have one, Maybe Cunha, but have you guys realized that United haven't signed that many academy players this summer compared to last summer?
No, maybe we did the high influx then just to get the ball rolling.
But yeah, I think I might go Cunha and Bruno. I don't really have one.
It's hard to separate them though, Cunha and Bruno,
KG?
We know KG's.
Mbumo, easy. His first touch is absolutely electric as well.
The way he looks after the ball is wicked. There's so many times he gets fizzed into him or he just looks after it nice. His link up. It's just generic play. It's just tidy. Yeah, it's tidy.
He's gonna shoot. He's on site. Like he's one of those players. Like we got one there. He's not gonna be one of those that say, the shirt's too heavy, or did it get worse when it comes to Man United? I don't see that happening for him.
Well, there's no.
You're not going to hear anything about him either. He's so quiet, low key in these things. It's good stuff. It's what we need.
Yeah, I'll go with Mbeumo as well. That's my favorite as well. Ronnie Dodge, you sent the same one twice there, bro. So we answered that. Hopefully that's all good for you, bro. Butter says, now that the window is closed, would you say that Amorim has been backed? Definitely. Yeah. You can't say.
I wouldn't say just because he doesn't get every single position. I mean, it would have been ideal for him to get midfielder, but I don't think he can be like, well, I wasn't backed in the market. They only give me 200+ million.
I don't even think this way anymore.
Mina, you are cold-blooded.
That person's always chatting shit, but nobody rattles me in the chat. But that person is always chatting shit every time I'm on a stream, and it pisses me off.
What? What's that? Whoa,
it actually pisses me off.
Let's see.
I'll be minding my business. Come on the stream. Minutes here, gotta go. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. In that case,
that's right.
You're like, I'm a mod. I could block you on the channel, but I'm not. I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna block you.
Wait. Oh, there he is, little pussy. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I stand by that.
No, KG, you can't say that because KG on the match view, KG. If someone said something in the chat, he went, "Hey, you go fuck yourself. You don't need to be a Monu." The guy went, "I wasn't talking to you, KG." And he went, "Oh, sorry about that."
See, KG, you can't be reactionary.
No, I'm standing with Mina. I don't give a shit. I'm standing with Mina every single time.
But you know what? I never go for anyone in the chat. It's been like 2 years that it's been happening. I'm
standing with Mina every single time. I don't give a shit. So if she says fuck herself, he can go fuck himself.
KG was like on it. He was like, fuck you. There's so many other places you could be right now. There's other creators. Go and find their blah, blah. And the guys wasn't talking to you.
I did say that. And I apologize to that guy.
I'm in the messages still. The messages.
Yeah, but I'm standing with Mina every single time.
We all definitely stand with Mina. And Mina's words wasn't, F you, and she just
I said cry more. That's it. That's
Mina said cry more and don't let the door hit you.
I said it. And then I'm happy. I stand by that statement.
But wait there, Fabsy or FB. When I said it wrong the other day, he's normally all right. Is that what he's been doing to Mina? Why are you doing
your
that,
channel, Fleck?
He's like this is the first I've heard of this.
He's too much.
Is he just trying to wind you up? Because he's normally all right.
But he won. He got a reaction.
Yeah, don't let him.
No, he didn't win. He didn't win. You told him to go fuck himself. You won.
I didn't say that.
Well,
no, you did.
Again,
you did.
You know what I mean?
And that's salacious rumors that
I've
you
seen him there for ages, and he's never been that sort of antagonistic. So the fact he's doing that to you must be to just get this to happen. I don't know. He's won. Then maybe I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I don't get it. Where was we? To finish off, King HD says, remember when De Gea came to United? No one would have thought he would have been great for us. Not comparing Lammens, but who knows what could happen. And Team Nathan says, Sekou Kone call up to the first team after recovery. I don't know. They didn't really. They didn't give him any
didn't play
minutes
on the
in
tour at
summer.
all, really, did
I
he?
don't think they see him as ready. Yeah.
No.
So let's see. Obviously, he's making recovery from that. Was it fractured cheekbone? Was it? Yeah, quite bad injury the other day. No eye sockets like that. Yeah. All right. Cool. Flex called him a pussy. Yeah. Well, I did that to AGT in the group a minute ago because Guehi didn't go, so I've already done that. But yeah. All right, people. Big up for watching. That is your 24-25 transfer window. Your 25. Your 25 transfer window
26.
done.
Yeah.
25-26.
Yeah.
Summer window complete. We've gone through it. We've ranked it. The window has slammed shut. We have got our goalkeeper. Expect
KG.
No transfer view till like Jan.
No, morning view tomorrow. Yeah, morning view.
Back to morning view. But same time, same place every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about. Big up to James, big up to Minna, big up to KG, that comedian, big up to Owen and all you guys in the chat. Make sure you go and show love to everybody's channels. The links are in the video description below. There's never any excuse for not going to show love to people's channels because it's right there. Yeah, you're just being lazy if you don't do it. Guys, we are out of here. Take care, man. It's been a great window. In the end, it seems people are quite happy in terms of covering it. We didn't get everything we want, but yeah, in football terms, in YouTube terms, it's been a great window.
Yeah,
We've had fun.
good for us.
We've had a lot of fun. It's been drawn out, you know. And
we hit 200K.
And we hit 200K. And we're nearly on 205. Oh, what's the same now, actually? Is it even?
We are at, I'll tell you exactly the number we are at. We are at 204,870. So nearly at 205,000.
Nearly at 205.
On our way to quarter of a mil.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, people. Big up, man. Big love. We're out of here, man. Take care. Peace.